Brr. What a great way to start the stream. My fucking bad, dude. Sometimes you just can't help it, brother. Just gotta be as disgusting as ever. That is me. All right. All right, all right, all right. How are we doing? What's up, Petite? How you doing, brother? I can go shopping without my guns. Okay, I should have... I was gonna say I should have like almost enough, but we have very close to enough. God. Damn, brother. God damn. How many did you get overnight? I got 3. Pretty awesome. And I didn't even play, like, I didn't pay a single bit of attention to, like, where I chose to put the next 3, so I just clicked down here. I wanted to see something, so I let it come down here a little bit. So that's pretty good. Yeah, but 3, and I get on, and of course, it's just after the next group started, so it's going to take another 3.5 to 4 hours grand total. Pretty awesome. You can see here, 44 minutes. And we still have 3 hours to go, which is great, which is fantastic. We love to see that for sure. That is such a good thing to see for sure. How you guys doing today? Nice to have you dudes. It is great to have you guys back. We're back again, doing some gaming, doing some freaking pest farming, in a kind of sloppy pest farming, not like anything real, you know, picturesque. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be kind of iffy. Gentle Spy, how you doing, dude? What is going on? Let me deal with this guy. We got wheat. Let's get rid of him. I just need to fill 2 more orders, and they just need to give, like, the tiniest bit of fine flour, and I'm good to go. And that's a pretty damn easy thing to do. And here we go. Just to get this going a little bit, let's do this. Let's make sure we have the right pet out. Yeah, I think mosquito for this. And then 3, 2, 1. Pest spawn. Surely. It says my bonus pest chance is 331. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Clearly something's wrong. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Scranton? Welcome back. Dude just woke up. Let's go. Forgot spray. I mean, I got the spray going on. They got jelly sprayed right now. I'm not sure exactly why my bonus pest chance is showing at this amount. Oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't swap to the other thing, too. I'm using... Oh, yeah, I'm using Mosquito right now. I wanted to get some XP on it, so... It's supposed to be what I use eventually anyways. But what's up, Victor? What's up, Stub? What's up, dudes? And in a couple seconds, we already have another round of pests. I mean, like... It's clearly working anyways. I don't have the set on a... It's fine. It's fine. I'm just farming right now in general, just for pests to see how it feels. I'm not overly worried about doing this for very long. I just wanted to see how much I can acquire from this with just a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. Okay, no, that's fucking awesome, dude. Later, brother. Cool. Nice. Oh, we got a golden Jerry box. Oh, wait, if they... Oh, shit, okay, that's not bad. We still get it. 500,000 coins. I'm trying to think of, like, what I should be doing, but I'm just kind of existing, and whatever I get, I get. Back-to-back Mantid is crazy. I don't know what the actual chance is, but I only have 2,000 fortune right now because I'm using the mosquito. I'm not using what I normally would. Also, Phoenix with the sub on YouTube. Thank you. We got a cheers from Stub on Twitch. Cheers. Riley and Softness, how you guys doing? Yeah, I'm just kind of farming whatever right now. So I did realize that I'm kind of leaving some stuff on the table. If you put books onto your like Melon Dicer, for example, you get like with hot potato books, you get strength and you get 10 or 20 strength, which is, you know, strength equals fortune when you're using the mushroom cow. So I think that's kind of interesting. So I'm like, I'm just getting some potato, and I might just go ahead and put hot potato books on, like, you know, a couple of my tools, just a few, just a couple. And we already have another couple pest 4. It's not bad, but still, I do see a lot less pest chance than what I would assume I should have right now. So what if I swap this over, instead of it being mosquito, if I swapped it over to the stuff I was using before? Exception this one. Let's try that out. Let's see how that goes. So now we go to hedgehog. Okay. Let's see this. And how much do I have now? I guess I won't know. We'll find out next time. Because I imagine I die. Rod swap to slug, spawn, hedge. You know, I mean, mosquito is supposed to be better. But I haven't put any effort into making it better in terms of, like, you know, anything. You know what I'm saying? Manta's 1%. Well, it's 1% base. And then your fortune acts like magic find, right? So it's really not that rare. But still pretty cool, though. It's not bad. You should play Minecraft. It's better than this game. I'll try. I'll think about it. How you doing today, Duhan? What's going on? All right, we got this guy. Well, how much do we have now? If it will show the number, that is. What are we rocking? Still can't see the number, brother. Love to see it. Love to not see it, I guess I should say. Chat, we're about to get the baker unlocked, which is kind of neat. I never went for fine flour a whole lot at all, but now that I am going for it, it's pretty nice. Yo, Fatal, what's good? Good luck with your spaceman, brother. Board had the flu, still have the flu minus body pains. That's a bummer, brother. I think I've only dropped 1 or 2 total claws. I have dropped probably over like 10, closer to like the 15 mark. With what do they drop from? Like, what specifically do they drop from? Mantis? And 216 kills. That's not bad. I think that's pretty decent. We're also about to max that, which is pretty good. This is still only 137 to 250 for the Firefly. But everything else is rather good. Dragonfly, we already have 402, which is pretty awesome. And I think we need to probably focus more on Fireflies going forward. All right, what we got? Hopefully a decent bit of luck. Fireflies, all right. Slug, all right. By the way, I set this to go for Wings of Harmony because I do want to get more cookies. I want to specifically be able to get, I would say, I'd feel happy at least seeing, you know, that like fucking the amount of cookies I need for the tool. I need to upgrade the tool to Mark III. Says 2 days, 18 hours for Helm. Jesus Christ. Yeah, good luck on that, brother. That is definitely a lot of time. Quite a long time. Come down from the drugs. Dude, I'm thinking that by the time we actually do get, I don't know, let's say through this jelly, I'll probably already be over going for pests. I just wanted to see how it felt for like a little bit of time. Should I use Manted on my second firm set until I hit farming 60 or just Sunflower one? That's something chat should be able to answer more than me, because I just don't know what the hell the meta is ever. Chirping stereo. We only have 2,000. It doesn't seem like a whole lot. But I am actually just wearing the Rancher boots at the current moment, so I guess that makes some sense. Why I wouldn't have more. And I'm also using something that only has level 40 as well as 2 rares and 1 for some reason perfect. I don't know why. I got the weirdest setup going on. I'm going to swap that perfect off and put a flawless in there or whatever, and then just at some point. But oh my god, the most random amount of stuff on the random things that I use. I have perfects on like nothing else in terms of tools other than just my armor and whatnot, and then of course I have it on that. Wait, hold up. Do I have it on this? No, I have 2 flawlesses even on that. Like, what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think that one I was swapping off and on to other things every once in a while. I think that's what I was doing originally. But 6 seconds, we got more stuff coming in. But dude, just imagine I actually had manted on another Fermento set or whatever it actually is you're supposed to use. Imagine I did have all that, pest chance, upped as well. Instead of spawning 4, sometimes 5, I'd be spawning 5, sometimes 6, I think. What the fuck are we doing here, man? What is that? All right, buddy. They're just going to hang out down there. 6 days after doing extra fortune, hitting farming 60. That's a friggin' wild amount of stuff. All right, what are we getting here? We getting a whole lot of nothing exciting. All right. I will take some cocoa beans, though. Why not? All right, boom. Bam. Just use a term if you want to kill the Jerry. I'm pretty sure that works. A Terminator? I swear to God, it's just going to start blowing up all my crops. And I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight, but we're going to give it a go. I'll trust you. Well, he's gone, I think. Oh, I know he's there. Oh my God, he's not lying at all. Oh my God, we love to see that. Dude, I've been lied to in so many different ways in these streams that I have no belief in anyone telling the truth anymore. It's ruined me. Also, let me lock this down. I don't want to accidentally throw it. Same thing with this guy. Just want to leave those. I probably don't need to do all that, but bro, sometimes you get a little tweaked out. All right, here we go. Not bad, brother. That's pretty good. All right, and we just go over here and we go, boom. Make sure we have the slug on. We do this, we do that, and right off the bat, here's another couple. There it is, 5. Dude, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Yeah, term is pretty badass for this. I can't lie. That makes going for pests and Jerry's or farming and Jerry's like decent, kind of. Like as a whole, they're pretty damn annoying. So doing it this way makes it manageable. Thank you, thank you. Fellas, how we doing today, dudes? How we doing today? What do we got going on? The old Monday. The old Monday, brother. Also, we got Scranton Dogs with the follow on Twitch. We love to see it, dude. Move to purple chat instead. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Love to have you guys over here. Big chill and work soon. Got you. Hopefully you're on a little bit of a break soon. Happy early Christmas if I don't see you guys here tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow will be the final stream that I do before I am going. We're going to be busy on the 24th and the 25th. But I'll be streaming the days after that. I'm not going to be, I'm not taking any time off after that. I'm just going to be going right back at it. And then I'm going to be streaming a little bit on New Year's as well. And I'll be right back to streaming the next day after New Year's too. Like I'm not doing much of anything for the holidays this year. I straight up just do not want to be taking a whole bunch of time off just to say that I'm taking time off. I don't find that's necessary. Yeah, I'll be live on the 26th as well. So like I'll just be taking off the 24th and 25th and that's it. That is all. We are locked in. 2 wriggling larvae. That is 500k. Not bad. And then we do this, we do that, and then boom. Oh, that's not it. There we go. So just been friggin' grinding, dude. Gonna be a lot. 40 seconds, and then we get more pests. Please be another 5. That'd be nice. Oh, on your birthday, dude. Happy early birthday, brother. Let's go. Birthday being directly after Christmas is... Oh, actually, that is also my dog's birthday. She's turning 1 year old on the 26th of December. So just 4 days from now. 4 days and she'll be 1 year old. Little Boxing Day pupper, dude. That's super exciting. She's gotten big as hell. For her age, she's almost a year old. And she's like 80 some odd pounds. I think like 85 pounds roughly. My God. She's a big, big fella. Very healthy, lean, full of energy. Friggin' incredible looking pup. Just absolutely just picturesque looking fella. Melon seeds from melons. You just put melons in the slot in the crafting table, and then it just gives you seeds. Melon slices. That is all. All right, let's get some more. What do we got? I know we're getting something from these. I know we are, but it doesn't feel like we are a lot of the time. Bam, bam, all right, boom, bam, pow, and we have another 30 seconds. By the way, chat, does this look Canadian to you? If I go over... Oh, fuck. Do I pass as my true Canadian self today? As well as that Tim Hortons cup sitting right over there that I had for breakfast. Very Canadian. Dude, I love the idea of Tim Hortons. I love Timmy's as the idea of it. Like, you can still trust that, okay, it's coffee, it's Timbits, I got donuts or whatever. Though we do know that the quality is absolutely horrific now. Timbits, okay, so depending on where you go, they're called something different. But certain places made this a popular thing before all else. Not saying that Tim Hortons was the very first one, because I'm not looking up facts. I just know that Tim Hortons is like one of the most popular ones, especially depending on where you are. However, when you make a donut, it's a full big donut. Sometimes you have a circle with a hole in the middle. Donut holes. That's where they originated from. They are the center of donuts that they plop out, and they make those into little mini donuts. They call them Timbits because Tim Hortons, being the famous hockey player who who made Tim Hortons way back, they wanted to make those because they wanted to make donuts and coffee. That's what they were. They were a coffee and donut shop. And then they also used the middle to make little bits, Timbits. So there you go. When it switched up the sub price, it's all regional pricing. It's stupid as hell. I don't like it at all. I think it's really fucking scummy that they decided to make regional pricing, and then also the choice of them to, like, you know, keep 50-50 and then capping off who can get 60-40 or 70-30. I hate it. But I mean, if you guys want to sub, then you guys go ahead and do so. If you guys don't, then don't. You know, it's up to you guys. Yeah, no, so for me, in Canadian, it's $7.99 before tax. Which is still roughly $6, but, like, the tax and everything, it just hurts. So if you guys do want to sub directly, tier 1, 2, or 3, that is super awesome. It helps out with the Plus program if we ever hit that again, which, who knows? Oh, yeah, we can do something. Wait, hold up, dude. If I make this, that right there, we now have enough, as far as I'm aware, to do something interesting. So if I go to, oh, I guess I can't really do it until, like, a specific time. I'm assuming we gotta wait, yeah, we gotta wait till this. So tomorrow, I can do this. The New Year celebration, and then I can get the baker, as I now have 3,000 fine flour, which is also, by the way, 5 XP and just a little bit of fortune, which is not great. Let me look at it this way. I think we go to Skyblock Guide, or actually no, ways to level up. You go to, I think, miscellaneous tasks. I think it's that. Yeah, there we go. 3,000 half-eaten mushrooms, 3,000 fine flour, 3K exportable carrots, and 3K wordy, as well as the other ones I've already done. They're all 5 XP each. Nothing exciting. But yeah, I can also get this. So now that we have all that done, pretty damn sick. So I can get that whenever he shows up. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to get vines right now, just because I did put that in the title, and I think it's pretty important. Don't worry about this little test up here that I'm doing. I'm going to see exactly how this all grows in, or these guys. If you guys want to get them, one of the best possible ways early on, there's a lot of different variations to this, but you essentially want to use the Gloom Gorge strat, where you go pumpkin and melon with a space for them to grow. You can also do it like pumpkin melon and it goes here, pumpkin melon goes here, it can go to those places, whatever. But essentially I have pumpkin, melon, space, pumpkin, melon, and then I go melon, pumpkin, space, melon, pumpkin, because they can grow there, and it keeps going over here all the way through. It can every single growth stage, which sucks ass, by the way, because, like, you know, 2.5 hours and I can go to the next stage. It's dumb as hell. Or it's like 2 hours, 15 minutes, or even less, depending on if you're on your garden at all times. But with this, they have a chance of every single growth stage spawning in the mutation. You break the mutation, you have a chance to get a good old gloom. Well, you get the gloom gourd, but you have a chance for the vine, and the vine gives you more slots, and the more slots you have, the better. So you can expand. I'm going to tweak it a little bit as I go, just to get other stuff as well and to try other things. But right now I tried this one out so I can see how this ends up. So if I look at this one, it's a sunflower. This one, moonflower. Hey, we got Scranton Dogs with a tier 1. Hey, yo, thank you. We love to see it. What a friggin' goat. Can we get an extra point sub hype in the chat real quick? Now, the reason I have sunflower is because the harvested items additionally roll from an extra loot pool, which is interesting. I want to see how that goes. And then the moonflower, I think it does the exact same thing-ish, kind of. I don't know, but we'll see. So that's pretty awesome. No ads now. We love to see it, brother. Thank you. What a friggin' goat. The mangled plants being watched by 2 small plants. But yeah, you're just going to be waiting for this. This is it. This is just that right there. This is the way to do it. The vines are from mutations, but it's obviously a chance. All right, well, there goes the sprays. I didn't really want to do too much of that. I'm not going to lie. Farming for pests, it is better for money, for sure, on Ironman. It is definitely better to do if you want to go for straight cash. I don't care to do it. I wish I did. I really wish I did. I can't find that enjoyable at all. I don't know if you guys are the same, but it is what it is. However, let me show you guys something. Last night, I did get on and just make sure to, like, leave myself AFK and then check something out, AFK, whatever, for a little bit. I ended up getting this maxed out. I needed one more, so I got it. It was 5,000 copper and whatever. Pretty good. So now we have the max growth speed. And then now I can just start working on this one, which is essentially garbage because I don't care about how much yield I get. I care about the mutations, and that's just for Skyblock XP at this point. But I can also do this one again if I wanted to. For 1,000 copper and compost bundle, and it keeps going up and up and up. It's 15 compost bundles, and then a couple of extra 100 compost for all this stuff, and a hell of a lot of copper. Sawdust use, yeah. So sawdust is used for chips. Now, chip menu. I have 0, by the way, 0 rare finder chips. So that's why I was farming potato. By the way, I wanted to see if I could get a rare finder today because they do not drop from any of the new crops at all. Period. I don't know why they don't. I don't know how they refuse to update that. That's an insane scam of your time and mine as well. So it's pretty annoying, but I haven't gotten one. I want to get one. And then the evergreen, still same thing. But the rest of you guys can look up how to get them in multiple different ways. I think you can talk to Jeff, or there's something you can look at to see that, but it's pretty interesting. So yeah, is there any use for dead plant? There is actually a use for the mysterious crop. Dead plant, though, I don't think so. 100%, other than actually, wait, hold up. Dead plant, there we go. You put a dead plant, just like you would in a crafting table where you put like 8 things around and then you leave the one in the center. You put soul sand down, you put dead plants down, and then it can spawn the wither bloom, which you're going to need. And then you probably will need more. If I'm not mistaken, you're probably going to need more for sure. I just can't remember exactly where. So you're going to need it for that, though. Once you go for those things, obviously. But when you do, I would still go for the vines before all else. But I'm going to end up, like, I think going for the max until I get to at least, I would say 50% of this whole thing. I'll keep this, and then once I do have that, I'm gonna do this strat for part of it, and then use a corner of it solely for going for these new ones. That's what I'm gonna do, I think, and it's gonna take forever. Are the mega farms still goats? Well, there really aren't any mega farms at all. Like, if you guys remember the original stuff, way back where it was like really fucking tall and everything was in it. That was like a giga farm, mega farm, whatever. Now it's just compact individual crop farm areas. And then other than that, you're literally just getting this type of farm, which is the most basic type of farm where you just go boom, 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 and that's it. There's really nothing exciting about any of these farms anymore. They're all pretty lackluster. And I wouldn't necessarily say that they're anything to be like super impressed by. Anyone could set this kind of stuff up with like 2 seconds of thought. Melon King Farm, like, well, whoever made those farms, those are still a thing for just compact melon and pumpkin farm, like I just showed you. But they're not like a mega farm that's like real crazy. It's just a slightly tweaked farm where you're just farming at a more vertical than you are normally. So there's really nothing else about it. You're just doing it in a slightly different way. So you can still use those, yes, but there's other versions of it that even have been made recently too. I don't know if I don't know who's involved in making them. I just know that other things have been made. But it's just slightly more efficient regular farms that are all individual. There's nothing like a mega farm where everything's all compact into one really crazy, really efficient thing anymore. Do 5 plots are for nothing? No, they're not for nothing. You're gonna need all your plots. Don't like exaggerate it, chat, and be like, oh, I wasted everything, or whatever. You're gonna need every single plot, most likely. You're gonna need every single plot, every one. Just keep filling out your farms, make farms, whatever you gotta do. But I will say, shit's a little fucked up. I was using my melon farm, which, by the way, is a maxed out, like, you know, it should be maxed like it used to be, 100%. Now it's not. The crop growth is fucked up. I'm assuming it's bugged, so it doesn't fully fill out, which is awesome. You love to see that. I think I'm only missing 3 plots total. See, I have every single plot, which is not hard to get at all. But it doesn't feel like you're gaining a whole lot of anything by having all the farms down anymore, because like I don't need a mushroom farm. I don't think I'll ever need a mushroom farm. I don't need a cocoa bean farm. I don't even need a cactus farm. I'm never going to farm those individually. The only thing I might farm individually is this and the new crops, as well as melon. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I just randomly felt like going to it since it was down, but I'm going to get rid of the wheat one at some point and remake a different style probably, or at least try to fix part of it, because when I wanted to place stuff, you can have 1 greenhouse right now, but eventually you can have 3. So I'm definitely going to be getting rid of the farms I'm not going to use too much, which will be these. Especially this one. So I'll have to remake some things. But yeah, I don't know. Also, my question, why is it that we can have 3 greenhouses that right here, you can visually tell you can fit 4 on 1 plot? So why is it we have to have 3 separate plots in the future? Why is that? You can fit 4 in the plot that they made, but they're like, you need 3 different plots. That's kind of an interesting take there. It's odd. When are you gonna have 3? Why is the greenhouse so fat? You could fit 6 on one plate. Yeah, you could fit a lot, but I'm just saying, like, you could fit with room. Boom, 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 boom. When am I gonna have 3? What you guys see right now, I am very far away from that. It's gonna take forever. This shit is slow as hell. If you're not on your greenhouse, even if you have the maxed out, by the way, maxed out. We got Stanley with the disconnect sound, extra control. Even if you have the maxed out growth, you will still, if you're not on your island, on your garden directly, see this type of speed. It is genuinely crippling mentally. Dude, it's stupid. It's terrible. Made horrible. Absolutely atrocious. But if you're on, watch, in 2.5 hours, you'll see that number if I'm still on my garden. You'll see my garden go into the next stage, my greenhouse go into the next stage, and it'll take still 2 hours per stage. 2 hours, 15 minutes, I think. Maybe greenhouse upgrade later. Well, they already have greenhouse upgrades, right? They already do. Just so you all know, where you got to spend over here, you got to spend quite a lot. I think 5,000, 4,000, a couple thousand, 1,000, a couple hundred copper, and a whole bunch of compost bundles, like quite a lot of compost bundles, just to get all this stuff maxed out. So it's +5, +5, +5, all the way through to +5 over here, +10 over there, and it barely moves. But if you're not on your greenhouse, nothing of that helps at all. If you're not directly on your greenhouse the entire time, or when it goes into the next stage, it doesn't help you at all. They made it that way. That's how they made it. So if you don't have yourself on pretty well at all times, you're gaining nothing from it. Which is 15,000 copper, by the way. Not including the compost bundles. So you have to be on. So if they plan to add something in the future, then they should really just rethink that and add it now, because it's definitely needed. Since it's a very bad way to make things, we all can probably agree that it's not going to be well taken. One mutation that's 120 stages would be about 360 hours if it's 3 hours a stage. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. That is nuts. Oh my god, we got a Tool XP capsule finally. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go ahead and just keep that somewhere up here. Overclocker, you add it to tools. You get from level 40 up to 50 via unlocking tool upgrades or whatever the overclocks, or if you have it at a certain amount of XP on the item, on the tool, whatever. I'm at 95.6 million on this one. You can get it to level 40 on like it being a Mark III, up to level 50 by using 10 overclockers, which are rare things you find from a whole different places. Yeah, every 200,000 XP. Got you. Okay, I thought something would happen there, but we got this guy. You need another wart recipe. Wart. Can you show your chips? You guys can go ahead and look at my PVs and stuff like that. But if you guys want to see everything, you guys can just look at those. I do love to see you guys yapping and chilling and all that, but I definitely don't want to look at like 300 different things in a stream because there's just way too many. You guys can see all my stuff from PVing me. I think I don't know what's updated or not, but my chips right now, I'm still missing Rare Finder and the one that's rare from here. It's pretty slow. I don't know. I have no idea, but I you guys understand. I don't want to look at like 70 different items every single stream every time someone asks me. You know what I mean? So you guys, if you can see it, you can see it. I want to get back to farming. I got that first try. Congrats. I didn't. I'm upset about it, and I will cry about it today. Okay. We need to not farm this anymore. I'm already over pest farming. I can't lie. It's extremely, extremely upsettingly boring. I'm not a fan of it. So I'm going to swap off of this. I would much rather be bored by holding a couple buttons and staring at chat and just chatting than having to constantly pay attention to, all that shit. So I'm just going to go ahead and yap like we like to do. The fun way. Put this down here. We're gonna just take these guys and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should be good, I think. Now I'm gonna do this, and that's what I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna go to these. And dude, this one is terrible. Take a look at this. Ready? Look how I have this one set up. I got to spray this one. And keep in mind, this is not forever. I'm not going to keep this here forever. I got to spray this one, right? And then over here a little bit. And then over here a little bit. It's fucking terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this one, and that's literally it. I refuse to do the rest. I think it's understandable. And I should have... I should have a different speed than I have right now. I shouldn't have the speed I currently have. I'm supposed to have a different speed. That's what I know. But it's staying at 317 for God knows why. It's at 328. Well, I'm trying to like understand exactly what happened. What the hell? Wait, hold up. Huh. I guess I can just go ahead and do this, huh? Do this, check that out, and then let's set this up. So we're gonna go negative 135, and then we're gonna set this down here to 10 because I like to look at a specific angle for this one. We're gonna go set spawn, and we're just gonna break and see if it changes because like it sometimes does. But if that doesn't work, then we're just gonna go AM. We're gonna go here. We're gonna search speed. Turn this back on. Now we're at 328 again. I had to turn it off yesterday to get that speed, but today I had to... Okay. Right now, my fortune is 1998 and 339 on Wild Rose specifically. So it's pretty good. But I do need to get, like, you know, more hoe levels. I need to get all that stuff, like, up slowly, and over time I'll get more. I am Ironman. And I'm going to deal with these pests in just a moment, too. Keep bleeding. I keep bleeding love. And fireflies, dude. Oh, my God, brother. Nice. Welcome, by the way, Cracked NPC. Oh, yeah, no pieces of Helianthus made. I'm getting very confused about the Helianthus stuff. We got Fatal with the disconnect sound. Chat, check your stuff, man. Make sure it's plugged in, brother. What are we doing? I'm trying to, like, understand exactly why. Don't think I will, though. Helianthus dropped... essentially nothing for the first day. I think into day 2. With full fermento, by the way. I'm using full fermento. That's why I got to tweak my my speed so I can use my fermento boots and everything. So I have a 0.004% every chance that I, you know, break a block. However, out of nowhere, I started getting a lot more. And I mean a lot more. Next day, dropped right back down to dick all. And then it dropped even lower yesterday. I got a grand total of 3. But yesterday you got 20 in 5 hours. Yesterday I got 3 in 5 hours. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Nah, I don't do PVs, brother, but welcome to the stream, my man. Just got max hunting from past GGs, dude. Good old hunting. I'm glad I got it max, but I'm nowhere near max attributes. You have so many different little intricate little things you got to spam. I just can't be asked to do that at all. Not even a little bit. Takes a long time. My God, it takes a hot minute. By the way, you guys doing anything crazy for Christmas or no? God damn. Money like her dad. Do Wild Rose 34 incoming. No holiday celebrations. That's valid too. Bro, it bugs you so much that I can't get the Firefly shard from a Firefly. Yeah, dude, Dragonfly, Firefly shard, those things, like, dumb as hell. Absolutely ridiculously stupid. Also, I am using the Mushroom Cow. Pretty decent, I would recommend. Wild Rose 34, 12 milestones, and this thing's maxed. Like I said before, I do not do PVs. How much money do you make now with farming? No idea. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Elephant is not better, no. No, well, depending on how much strength you have, elephant is not better. The fireflies, dragonfly shards. You have to just get them by looking at, like, you know, individual unique ways to get them via fusions. It's dumb as hell. It sucks. It sucks. Crop fever, ayo. Please don't suck. Please be a good one. Please be good. Please be good. My God. I got barely any crop fever, and then I randomly got some yesterday. I was farming a little bit of melon. I am baffled at how awful it is on, like, the average one you get, especially on melon, where you get a absurd amount of melon very quickly, right? And then in crop fever, you also just get 12 enchanted melon slices or 24 enchanted melon slices. That is terrible. Holy. Actually nuts. You can't black hole the new pests? Well, you can get shards from the pests if you just do, like, the, you know, the salt hits on them or whatever those are, charm, whatever. That I know for sure. I don't really pay attention to anything else, though. Like, getting pest shards is something you can definitely focus on, but I find it just super, 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 super slow and boring, so I just don't even care. Overflow crop, 600 mil. Jesus. Beautiful. Yeah, 200 mil sawdust. Yep. So jobs, bro. Jobs. Yo, Chad, how do I get there? I would really like to get to that progressional point that you're at. Chatter says, this is how you get there. Be like, yo, you should get a fucking job, loser. Be like, by the way, what are you doing? I'm going for that exact same thing, except I did it after you. Ragebait Pro Max. Bro, whoever uses Ragebait after saying something stupid, you're a dumbass. All right, I'm not saying that in a way that's trying to be harmful. I'm just saying, if you say it, you just look absolutely like a buffoon. It's just a fact. You look like a fucking buffoon. There's no other way to put it. I like to be at least a little realistic with you guys. You gotta know. You have to know that you look ridiculous when you do it. I don't care how rude that sounds to you. I don't care how whatever. It's just a fact. It's a fact that we need to share sometimes in order to help you guys get better at being not fucking stupid. They're like, you could literally go up to someone, say something hateful directly to them. And what is that? That is called just being an idiot, right? This is being a dumbass. They just hide behind the word, oh, rage baited your ass, rage bait. That's just their one brain cells fighting to fucking exist. They're just fighting to exist. They're scared of confrontation. So they need to try to retract their statement in a way that's, like, supposed to be a joke because they're shaking from the adrenaline they got just from having the person look at them with a reaction. That's exactly what it is. They start to, like, legitimately tremble. And they say, oh, rage bait. It's just rage bait. Oh, that's all it is. Dude, it's dumb. It's dumb. This whole fucking past year, it's just quadrupled. It's crazy. Rage baiting my right hand, dude. Yeah, oh my God, it's nuts. People will walk into a stream now. They'll type their little fucking Twitter fingers. They'll say something as a first-time chatter just to try to piss off the streamer. The streamer will say nothing at all that's even remotely a reaction to it. Just, it's like, all right. And the person will hit them with a rage bait, fucking rage. It's like, you know, and then someone will say L rage bait, shit like that. I'm like, dude, it's just, they're just trying to get attention. I mean, rage baiting is the fucking stupidest trend I've ever seen in my life. I could fart on a fucking, on a guy's forehead while he's sleeping, give him pink eye, like bare ass. And then if he gets mad, all I have to do is go, rage baited your ass. Like, it's like, no, I just did something really ridiculous and he got upset about it. Like that. That's what it is. You know, that's all I'm saying. There's some dumbass people out there who like they'll legit go up to someone, cause an actual crime nowadays. They'll go up to the cop, and the cop will be, unfortunately, grown up in the TikTok era. He'll be like, dude, fucking W rage bait, and then they'll walk away from the crime scene like everything's all good. That's where we're growing up now. That's where we're growing into now. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little worried. Someone's gonna legitimately commit a crime that harms someone's life if not took it. The cop's gonna be one of these fucking dickheads, and he's gonna be like, dude, rage baited his ass, dude. He got angry. You got him good. I'm scared, dude. I'm scared of today, dude. This is fucking disgusting. My God, you sound like my dad. You're too young to be here. You should probably leave, Stenley. If that's the case, that's all I gotta say. You're probably too young to be here. I don't care how much you talk here. You're probably too young to be here. If I sound like your father might be roughly my age, you should probably fuck off. Like, I'm just saying. Watch, you see the 50 CT interview? The what? Who's 50 CT? Anyone else having issues joining Hypixel? Not me, no. Patch's dad's like 50. I mean, dude, honestly, I could get along with a 50-year-old father 10 times more than get along with anyone my age nowadays. 1000%. I fucking have no care in the world for how people are now. Okay, the 50 Cent, bro. If bro got rid of like 2 fucking letters and a space, bro. The 50 Cent interview, I did not see much of it. I saw a little bit of it, but I'm not watching the fucking Diddy documentary. I don't give a fuck about that guy's existence. All I hope is he gets locked away for his nasty shit. But yeah, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I did, however, notice, if you guys saw the PayPal shit, Megalad, is it Megalad? I'm pretty sure that's his name. Anyways, he dropped the second part of it. He did it. It's been how long now? And he's coming out with the third part in a couple days. That's pretty fucking nuts. And apparently it's not just PayPal, it's also Microsoft and these other big companies, whatever, but that's interesting. Now that has something to do with us. Also, Fallen feeling the same problem. Start the fire in a bottle. That is useful. You need 3 of those. You upgrade the trap. So you get the vermin trap, so they have 4 slots instead of 3, which is pretty friggin' decent. Pretty good. You know what I find funny and likely shouldn't? What's that? What might that be? Just skip into the... That's a legit textbook definition of... Oh, I know. I think I've seen what you're talking about. He was talking with the girl to the right of him, and he was talking to the interviewer, and then they were just answering the questions or whatever, and... Is it just that? Yeah, okay, no, I did see, yeah. I did see. I saw a couple clips of it, but I remember seeing him just, like... He was very composed. Dude, 50 Cent is way smarter than people, expect. Because of, like, all the stupid shit he does. Like, as he clowns on people a lot, but dude is a fucking calculated genius. The fact 90% of the... Like, bro, yeah, again, another thing, I think it's crazy. I don't know. No one's meant to do anything with any of this. Like, it's just stuff that, like, I'm not trying to get political. I don't want to be political, but you guys can understand that, like, all this stuff that's going on, it's all people that have, like, the power. Like, dudes in the U.S. are like, we want to have these guys run and take care of everything for us, but we also know that they're most likely a part of the most disgusting thing that's ever happened. I think that says enough. I'm Canadian. I'm not American. I don't think that every American is, like, bad or anything like that. I think that they're just the same as the rest of us. It's just... you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What is there to say, you know? Just individual citizens aren't going to do anything about that. Like, they're not going to be able to do a damn thing. A comedy skit? No, it's nuts. It's disgusting. I saw a couple, like, slides of, like, what was going on. Like, someone fucking, someone put on some stupid, like, slideshow thing. It was, like, a legit meme of trying to show it off. They were just using a fucking green screen and just smacking a board, and they were, like, It was disturbing, to say the least. Yeah, don't look at the stuff that came out if you guys are like, you know, just trying to have a good day. It's nasty. It is nasty, and especially if some of you guys voted for the fucking orange peel. If you guys are in the U.S., and you guys literally just put that man in power, and you could see exactly what kind of that's nuts. That's crazy to me. That's nuts. Wild times we're living in, dude. But you know what's not wild? You could still get 30% off on your G Fuel purchases until the end of the year, and it goes back down to 20 using code IVoxy. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. We got the freaking fart with the crowd control. We love to see it. No, I get that for sure. Yeah, no, it's just... It's weird. Yeah, that's why I'm not like looking at it and be like, oh, it's comedic. But I know what he's saying. Like, it's just... I don't know. I get what he means. Like, it's funny. It's, you know, it's funny that, like, you know, of course we get everything gets released and they're all, you know, blanked out. Not like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Like, you get what I'm saying? I know what he means. I don't know. I don't know. Again, this is not a political place. I don't care about any of that shit here. We were not talking about it, but I do think that it's fucked up. We all know it's fucked up. We're gonna have a good time here, and that's what we're gonna do. Also, how many Helianthus? So I have 5 condensed and 2 extra, as far as I've seen. I'm at 2. Yeah, just 2 extra. And I have got a grand total of 0 faith in this thing dropping much more. I'm a little worried about that. It's not treated me too well. It's just kind of been a little bit depressing. Like, I want to say that, like, I'm gonna get the rest of them at some point. Yes. But the amount that I get has dropped again, down to as bad as, if not worse than day 1. All day yesterday, and then so far today. It's worse than it is day 1. Worse than it was on day 1. That's kind of crazy. At least I believe. 214,000 fortune on word. Hey, yo. Yeah, so I can craft some pieces already. But has it been confirmed that if you have Fermento and you have Helianthus at the same time, do you still get a 0.004% chance on all those things? Because for the first little bit, I was hearing you don't. If you do, I guess that's pretty good. I guess that's not so bad. I wanted to make the whole set all at the same time, but you need at least 2 pieces. Okay, got you. So I could make 2 pieces right now. Rare Finder chip makes it more common, but admins love making an extremely small chance for the chip. Yeah, the Rare Finder chip has a whole lot of... I have 0 grand total the entire time I've been farming since the updates dropped. And I also have 0 evergreen grand total since the beginning of the greenhouse dropping as well. So it's bad. And I spent like an hour farming melon yesterday. I also spent like 30 minutes farming potato. And I've spent a lot of time farming this. I spent a little bit farming wheat the other day. A little bit farming carrot the other day. A little bit farming cocoa beans as well in the beginning. And I've gotten a whole lot of nowhere. It's very, 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 very sad. I'm hoping that that changes, but I don't know. Still at 2 after, what, like 5 days? Yeah, I'm at 0. You're at 2. Fatal's got 3. But Nick got 1. He said I got lucky and got 1. There you go. I would just like to assume that they're finally going to go ahead and make a proper, you know, fix for this shit. But I genuinely do not think that they're going to do a single thing about this until like a couple months from now. And I'm not saying that out of like some like irritation, like, oh, screw them or whatever. I'm saying this off of the fact that they have left so many other things for many months without a fix for any of it still. there's a lot of places, right? So like there's a reason why I believe that, and we've all seen it. Also, my freaking speed changed again. Bruh. You'll love to see that. My speed's changed again. That is just beautiful. Okay, let's see if it swaps back. Yeah, the sundial is something I really do want, given the fact that my speed is supposed to stay in one number and it just fluctuates during the day, like out of nowhere, and I have to keep tweaking shit because, you know. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna go down. No, I'm not. Jesus. I'm gonna go at 334, dude. Fuck it. It is what it is, man. Every time I change crops. Yeah, I gotta do this way more than I feel like it's even remotely understandable. Because like now you guys see again that I'm at like a different speed versus what I was at when I first started today by a long shot, and I've only changed it by a grand total of 10 when I needed to get 10 more, and it went up by 11, by the way. And then it went up by like 20, and I changed it down by 10, and it went down like, what, 14? 2.6 thousand warp fortune after 10 overclocks? 2.6 thousand, Jesus. Holy. That staff met random people in guild. Oh, wait, my greenhouse is genuinely bugged and no one knows why. I've had multiple people take a look over the past 5 to 6 days and no one knows why nothing's working. Not staff meeting random guildmates. Okay, well, what do you mean by it's genuinely bugged? Like, what is it that's not working? Yeah, I'm not sure what would be bugged. Everybody get on the floor. Let me just do this for a second. Still at 334. Bro, what do I gotta do to have my speed not fucked? What do I gotta do? This guy? Now, look, I'm going to go back into AM. I think it's because I had the hedgehog on. That might have some. And I added 10 more, and now we're at 328. Okay, never mind. I swapped to the hedgehog on that one. See, that one makes some sense. Get it on. 1-2 step. 1-2 step. Side quest. Bro, they're trying to get me to join in on some fucking gambling podcast. Not even a podcast, like a essentially I'm getting invited to something where they want me to get myself and my audience to go and be exposed to their gambling so they can make more money off of it. Just because I'm some random person that's not included in that scenario. So that's fucking wild. The amount of gambling sponsorships that pop up in like different partnerships and different paid situations is disgusting. Like I'm fully aware of how many there are, but I get baffled every single time I see another one because it's just crazy to me that they're able to do it so much. Wild Roses, I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head. I'll show you in a second. Actually, before I show you, let me do this. And we got garbage. Just stuff to sell. Throw those away. Get rid of that. 1-2 step. All right, 2 minutes. I'll be able to re-up on that. Let's deal with this. Recipe wart. Let's deal with you. Oh, I still can't. What? All right, we have to wait. Pumpkin, sure. How about you? Golden carrot. 5 golden carrots. Compost. All right. I think that I have roughly 2,300 for wild rose, which obviously will take a little while, but I mean, it's fine. I was right over here. So I'll start right there. Okay. So if I swap back over to the cow and I hold this, I have right now roughly well, let's call it 2,300. 2,300 wild rose fortune with the stuff I currently got going on. Neglecting Kick chat, literally 2 viewers on Kick. Yeah, Kick is just there for people who want to pop in there and see it. That's it. But what do you mean neglecting Kick chat? You got to have chatters to neglect it, you know what I mean? You got to just fucking... whoever understands how streams work or whatever, you guys understand exactly why that's pointless to even care about. There's like fucking... Like, look at this right now, right? Look at this right now. Take a look at this. Let me show you guys how the world works. This is where I'm at 99.9% of my streaming. There's 46 of you guys. Yes, Twitch fucks up the numbers, but there's 46 of you guys. Look at this. There's 6 people over there. I don't even talk about over here. I said 1.5 chatter on Kick. People go over here and start hating. You know, that happens. Or maybe not hating, but just saying, like, you know, I'm saying, like, this isn't hate. I'm saying that people come over here and start hating and do whatever they have to do. Kick chat shows up. That is a fucking fact. However, I'm not going to read when people say, like, does even show up and go. I'm not gonna care about that. I don't care about that. Like, I'm going to talk to the people who are giving, like, good conversation, right? I'm going to talk to the people who are actually going to be decent, who are going to have good conversation. And if I miss a message, I miss a message. But when you guys say stuff like that, it's pointless, right? Because you guys just chose to go over there solely to be weird. You're already here. I'm already talking to you here. It just doesn't make sense. Then you look at YouTube. Doesn't matter how many people are here, but there's also a couple people over there at a time. It's not loading right now, but you guys know where to go. You funnel over here. This is where you're at. There's almost 50 people over here. I'm going to pay more attention over here, but I can see them all. But going over and trying to, like, you know, it's not like pocket watching, but it's essentially like trying to, like, focus too much on someone else's numbers and just try to, like, pick at them. That's just weird behavior, and it looks cringe on your part. You guys already know that we're obviously succeeding with, like, you know, 50 plus people watching the stream at a time. You're trying to nitpick something like that is just kind of odd. Like, and I don't care if you're saying, yeah, I'm not trying to be toxic doing it. You are being toxic doing it. Like, it's just odd. It's weird behavior, and you know it is, right? So just all I got to say is do better. We have like 50 some odd people. I'm not going to, like, fucking see every single message every single time and react every single time out loud. You know what I mean? But yeah, just for the love of God, please do better. Yeah, just like because if anything, like remind yourselves, and I get that, Donnie, I get it, but just remind yourselves what game we're playing and how little people normally even want to chat to begin with. So that's why it doesn't land. It just seems a little bit weird. You know what I mean? The game you're playing determines a lot about it. You will see there's like, you know, 30 streams, he has like 300 people in his chat at all times. His chat will move about as fast as mine's moving right now at times with like 300 people. And over there, I can only imagine how many times people say shit like that. Like just some wild stuff. But like the fact that we even have 10 of you guys here is already super fucking awesome to me. And I'm very goddamn blessed to have that. There's a lot of you guys here. So I don't like when people act like that for that reason. Just, you guys want to support. But if you're weird, you know, you guys know, I'll fucking say something about it. I'm not like, I don't shy away from that stuff. I don't care if it makes me unpopular either. I really don't. I just want you guys to know that if you're watching and lurking and doing whatever, just keep doing it. Enjoy yourself. There's a lot of grinds, you know, in this game that take all of your fucking attention. So just lurk in here, listen in. There's nothing wrong with that. Just enjoy yourself. But I get it, Donnie. I'm not trying to be an absolute dick. I'm just saying in general because it does happen quite often. Yeah, Logi over here, dude. He was like, were you the one in the beginning before I went live today? You were like looking, you were like waiting with the emote or whatever. That was you, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was waiting. He's like, bro, I got a fucking grind to do. Like, please just go live. Like, not, he didn't say, you son of a bitch, go fucking live right now, but essentially, you know what I mean? Also listening at work. Exactly. There you go. Speech went all right as expected. I lost it. To my surprise, he wrote a speech to me, almost passing the torch over to me in a way. Wait, you talking about like the best man speech? I wanna remember. I'm pretty certain. I have to like refresh my brain. You're running me this. Okay, got you. Well, dude, I'm happy that it went well, dude. As expected, I lost it. Yeah, you're gonna, dude. It's a big part of your fucking life, dude. It's a massive thing. So, good for you for doing it in the first place. A lot of people get super nervous and crumble, and they just can't do it. You did it for him, and that's what's important. That's incredible. I got mad props to you, dude. Listening at work, bro. Listening at work. How many people here are at work or working? If you're like remote or whatever, and also listening and chatting in the stream, I don't know. But I know for a fact there are at least 5 people on a regular basis, and that's pretty fucking wild to me. Wild to me. It's fucking crazy. It's got 3 Helianthus in a row. Jesus, Nick. God damn, brother. If I'm here, I'm working. Yeah, if I'm here, I'm working too. I know, it's fucking crazy. I'm here too. Hey, guys, look at this. I know a lot of people get pissed off when you say something about work and streaming, and I love that. Right? I think it's pretty fucking funny to me. But listen how cool this is. I'm working right now. Dude, I used to bust my ass. Oh, my God. Now I get to sit here eating Timbits and getting fat as fuck, and I'll never fall off ever because I never fell on, baby. Please help me. I'm struggling. Please save me. People say I look like Slat. Please financially make me similar. Where's my PayPal scam support, dude? Where is it? So how should... Oh, my God, the Ethereal Vines. You're going to love it. Essentially, you just got to wait way too long. You got to put a whole bunch of things down and just stare at it for like 4 hours at a time. It's almost 2026. Stop being such an old geezer who says streaming is not a job. Now, dude, listen. I will say this as a joke. I will say this seriously in a lot of different ways. Let me tell you right now. Anyone here who's ever listened to a radio, watched a show, listened to any speech, done anything in any of those forms, and says that streaming is not a job is the exact person who wishes they could do that, or not specifically, they just straight up hate what they do and they're jealous of the person doing it. And they could also do this if they wanted. However, would they be good at it? That's a whole different question. It's an interesting world we're in. All right. I know for a fact that multiple people who watch my stream are in college, in the college Valorant or esports team of choice, where they're legitimately making a possible career out of gaming on specific games, where they just teach you to be good at it, and then you can just get on a team. That shit's wild to me. That's how shit goes now for the past couple of years even. So anyone who thinks that this isn't even like a job or something like that, it's coming purely out of jealousy, or it's coming purely out of just straight up hate for that individual sole person. That is, I'm gonna be honest, that's a little bit of, what's the word? Parasocial activity. And we're not going to get into it's a hard job. Any job. I'm not even going to get into this fucking this conversation. I'll tell you right now. I'll just give you an example of my life directly for one short, simple thing, right? I've worked physical, really intense labor for like 12 to 14, 15, 16 hours in a day. Average 12-hour shifts constantly. That shit was physically, tragically, awfully demanding. And it sucked. This I've done for a couple of years is mentally disastrous. and it ruins your mental very quickly. It can destroy your fucking physical self. It can absolutely fuck you up. That is a genuine fact. And it is not easy unless you have it easy because you want to just try to coast through. I'm not going to get into the details on how long hours go into this and like the type of shit that goes into this and why it's sustainable and why. I'm just going to go live and have a good time with you guys, and then I'll just keep going. It's not cut and dry, go live, talk, get off, and just do whatever. It's not like that, and anyone who thinks it is, you don't even need to care. You don't. But no one should say one job is not a hard job because it's not specifically physically awful. If you choose to work a dog shit physically demanding job that's terrible, like I did for a while, you just chose to do that. Any job you do has a lot of problems that come with it, especially this in the creative context and what you have to do to keep up or fall off and ruin yourself financially with no help from anyone, no benefits, no security, nothing. You guys just see what I show you. That's all it is. I'm blessed to be in this position. I love it, but just don't go into it assuming that you're going to do nothing and you're just going to be able to do it. You know, it's not that easy. Tell small streamers to get a job baffle me. You're like doing it could turn big. Yeah, like I was working 12-hour shifts, building optometrist chairs before that for 10-hour shifts. I was fucking like, you guys know the Royale company brand? Like you guys know that, like, toilet paper, paper towel, all these giant, like, President's Choice brands, all the packaging and all that stuff. You guys know those? I spent a long time as someone who was at a point where I was training people on the F&Ks, the giant machines, to make that and print that. And like you have to do viscosity checks. You have to constantly deal with solvents and ascertain all these things that can like legit blow up in your face and burn through your skin and fucking blind you in a second. You can go into a single room. You got to wear this giant hazmat looking suit to clean off the hoses because of all the lacquer thinner and all the acetate and all the shit you got to deal with in cleaning off these supplies, where if you were to drop a flashlight that had a non-specific flashlight that had like a battery in it that could like cause a spark, or the metal could cause a spark, the whole room would explode. And it's like fucking 30 degrees Celsius in there 24/7. You got to do that for like fucking 12 hours a day, and then constantly on these fucking crazy rolls of like 300-pound fucking things of like the print and the film that you got to color match perfectly, and you got to do these changeovers with like 80-pound equipment. And you got to reach up like fucking 4 feet above your head and try to like angle it properly and screw it all in and take it apart, clean it, and load all these individual rolls and barriers and make sure that everything's properly situated. And you got to go palletize, and you got to deal with inventory and all that stuff with a 3-man team on like a minimum 8-man job doing $500 million worth of orders in a week. And you finally get to go home and you fall over for like 2 seconds and just keel over. You wake up, you got to go back in there. Or I can do this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this all day. I'm doing this all fucking day. That's how I got into doing this, because on my off time I would stream. I was like, oh. Being a cashier at a supermarket is easy because you're, yeah, exactly. Anything you do has easy stuff to it and hard stuff to it. I will say, the people who say like, who I used to work with, I'm going to talk about them specifically as a good example. I used to work with some people who I mentioned, I stream on my off time. And I'm hoping that one day I can do it and not have to do this shit. And they're like, oh, it's fucking easy. How can you even be happy making money that way or whatever? And they're yapping about it. I'm like, they were 50 years old, depressed, and you got to feel bad for them because they've been there for like 20-something years and they are going nowhere. And they hate everything. But half their day, when they say they're doing hard work, they're standing because they have the young people like me do the hard stuff because they're too fucking goddamn cranky to want to like, work any harder. So they just got into a position, which is good for them physically, but they don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. I do. And I was new. And that's just how it is, right? Seniority, they get to a certain point. They know they're there forever. They're okay until they get fucking canned, but they won't get canned because they just do their job enough where they can't. They just stand around for 8 out of the 12 hours. That's not hard. But the actual job is super hard. Now you go over to this one. Streaming is just entertaining. I have it really easy because I put in a lot of time to make it that way in a lot of ways. But the second I stop doing anything after the fact, it's all going to crumble. It's going to fucking absolutely capsize. I will have nothing and I'll go right back to that stuff and I'll have absolutely gotten nowhere at the end of it, which is mentally taxing. And I got to constantly think of new stuff, so there's the hard part. But like it can be easy and it can be hard at different times. There's no reason to debate it because all that stems from is just jealousy, and there's no reason to even think like that. It's like, does your mom go to work and physically break her back every day to do stuff, and you go and you say, your job's easy, shut up? Like, no, you're like, your mom's working how she chooses to make sure that she provides for the people she needs to provide for, aka you. If your dad's doing the same thing, or if he's doing something, let's say, really physically demanding all fucking day, you go up and say, you're working hard, so now I respect you. But if you stop physically killing yourself every day at work, that's not cool anymore. You're not that badass. You're not that guy, pal. No, you're going to shut the fuck up and you're going to be like, all right, well, he just helped me out. I want to put myself in any position I possibly can to sustain a decent life for myself, my fiance, soon to be my wife one day, once we figure out what we want to do, and my dog and anyone around me. I want to take care of them. That's what I want to do. Right? So I'm not going to fucking give a shit about like it being easy, hard, whatever. I'm just going to do what I got to do, and then I'm going to keep doing it until I get to that point. And then good times, hard times, all that, whatever, it just won't matter. So just keep in mind, no matter what you're doing, if it's hard work or easy work, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you're doing something you enjoy and you can sustain, and you know that you want to stick with it. If you don't give a fuck about it being hard or easy or any of that shit. Just do something based on the fact that you want to do it and you have passion for it. No one's opinion matters but yours. Not a single fucking person's. However, don't put yourself in a position where you're stuck wearing a maid costume in stream because chat was allowed to pick it for your Halloween costume one year. Don't do that, because then it doesn't matter if it's easy or hard. It's just disgusting. And then no one's going to want to see you ever again. And it's going to burn into their fucking brains, and they'll never be able to unsee that image. I'm not going to say, look at my clips, but look at my clips. Thank you. That's my speech. Worth, to be honest, probably, yeah. IVoxy, don't have the best greenhouse to get mutations. Use sky mutations to get the best kind. I saw that. It's not great. It's not great at all. It's not like it's a great leveled up version of it, because each one only has one mutation it'll grow. If I leave it for like 30 fucking hours or something, if I leave it for 30 hours straight, it'll grow multiple versions of it with those crops. Sure. But each individual one will grow just one. If you're lucky, it'll grow another one the next time. Maybe it won't the next time or the next time after that, but the next one will grow another one. You just need a couple spaces for each different group that you have to have one or two blocks to put it at, and then it'll only fill one at a time, so it really doesn't matter if you have the space set up like they did or if you have it like this. Either way, it's really not going to make it much of a difference. I've seen people... the reason I have even something to say about that is I've seen people that are legitimately money farming non-fucking stop with the vines. Their setup is barely different than what I have. I'm just going to stick with what I have. Using that in that specific form, I just don't really care to do. It's not going to make everything like, greater in terms of the speed. Used to work at an internal IT place, had 3 coworkers in our office, and the first guy, this one old guy was there who's negative towards us. We were talking about new gen thing like streaming crypto, literally whatever. Thankfully retired, but yeah, dude, there's a lot of people who just don't get it, and I get it. I'm going to be 100% I'm not going to bullshit. I do think the same thing in some ways of specific, I don't know, like specific ways that people make money nowadays. I think that the generation that kind of came in now with the whole TikTok bullshit, there is some awful shit going on. Like, it's just terrible. And like some really just shady and really just nothing to be proud of methods that people are making money nowadays. And it sucks ass, but it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't. they're doing it, and if it's working, it's working, and if it's not harming somebody, it's good. But a lot of it is. So it's like the crypto stuff I hate. I think cryptocurrencies are like good in a way, but I genuinely despise a lot of it. There is so much of it I just absolutely hate with a passion, and I think that it's pretty valid though. I like there's a lot of it, but I did work with like a couple older dudes who were super 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 curious about all this stuff, and they were really awesome about it. Like there's one guy named Jay who I used to work with. He was probably in his 50s as well. Another guy, McLucky or whatever. This guy was badass, really cool dude, really awesome guy. I got along with him very much. He was mid 50s. Those dudes were both very intrigued by the idea of doing this kind of stuff. And then once I started doing it more, I ended up hanging out with them outside or whatever. Me and my fiance were hanging out with him and his wife. His nephew is my age, minus a year or two. I had nothing in common with him. I had everything in common with a 50-year-old man. It was pretty hilarious. But I ended up hanging out with him, having some drinks with him, and just enjoying a barbecue with him and all of his buddies and some of our work buddies and some people my age, his age, whatever. All of us as a work together. Myself, Stephanie, my fiance, his wife, him, my buddy Jay, we were all the last people to even be out there for like 5 straight hours. We were just chatting. Ended up just, I don't know, I don't even know what the hell we were talking about, but we got to do a point where we were talking about, new ways to make money and shit like that, which is pretty interesting. He was super intrigued by it, and he thought it was badass. And then at the same time, I got to hear how he made his money, like he was growing up and stuff like it. But he straight up said that like if he could, he would choose to just play guitar and stream every once in a while. It was like something that he actually like wanted to do. He just said with his heart, he really just, he doesn't want to do anything at all. Like he had a heart attack like not long after that and before that. He's still alive, but he just doesn't want to do anything that's really demanding anymore. So he just wants to be nice and chill, riding a lawnmower, cut grass for the school zone that's his grandchildren are at, I think. He just wants to specifically just do that, which they got him a nice cushiony job there to do. But some people are really into it. Then, let me tell you, there was a very interesting situation. I think some of you guys might have heard this story, but when I went across Canada, so back in September, when I got back, before that, we were coming back from the east. We were in PEI. I met a dude who was probably 10 times more talkative than me. I got one word in every 10 minutes. This dude gave me his life story before I could even say, what's your name? And I learned a lot about him, and he had proof for it because I ended up mentioning when he asked me, like, oh, what do you do for work? I was like, oh, I just do stuff online. I create content. I try to build a brand, and I just work with brands that I like, and I just create sponsored content. And he's like, oh, that's freaking awesome. He's like, I stream on Twitch. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm 63. Now I'm like, okay. The dude streams on Twitch, he said. I don't remember his name. He said that he said he streams on Twitch. He streamed on Twitch like 3 times. Anyways, this dude had pictures of him with like Metallica and a whole bunch of other really large names. He was a backup drummer for them for years, for a whole bunch of different large bands. He was a backup drummer. So someone that you would just see if they really last second needed somebody to cover. And he had a crazy like $40,000 drum set and guitar. And he said he would just go on there and just play songs from these guys or whatever. And then he had like a $30,000 converted like 70s style bus with like a 60s style paint job on it that he built. And I got to chat with this guy for a long ass time. And his brother is the reason he was out there. They own that entire strip of PEI and all this farmland and all that stuff. We were staying there with the Harvest Host stuff, right? This guy was badass. And he reminded me a lot of the guy McLucky I told you about. He was just a super cool guy. However, I couldn't get a word in. And that's me. I talk for a living. I like to have a conversation, right? This dude 10x'd my fucking energy, dude. It was disgusting. I respected it. I respect the hustle, but it scared me. His brother built the craziest fucking truck bed camper I've ever seen in my life. And it felt like it had more room than my 23-foot travel trailer with my SUV that we had. All in a fucking 2-ton truck that was just pristine. It looked like a transport. And we were probably talked for like fucking 3-4 hours or something like that. I don't know. We were trying to leave in the morning. We were late as shit to where we were going the next a couple hours after. But I learned a lot about him. But that dude, again, 60-something years old, dream was to just stream making music on Twitch and then just doing like a karaoke style event. If I ever go back out there, which I will talk to these guys again, and I will try to get his information. We were just super, I wouldn't say nervous to stick around because of like the traffic and stuff like that, but we were definitely on edge about like, oh, well, not on yet. We were definitely worried a little bit about how long we were there. We were like, we gotta go, but we don't want to just cut off the conversation. So I didn't even bother, but I regret that a lot. I think Stephanie has heard me say that. I want to know his Twitch. I want to know what this guy's handle is. He knows mine, but he hasn't come in here and said anything that I've seen. He knows mine. He asked like what mine was because he knows that I did it a lot, right? And he said he followed me, but I just, at the time, I was still getting a lot of followers because of a previous thing that popped up. So it just got like buried. So I need to figure out what this dude's name is. I really do. But again, dude in his 60s just wants to make music on Twitch. Like some people who are like, you know, and the joke is old heads or whatever, some unks. People just want to do something that's like a creative outlet and they just want to have fun with it. Like there's so many people who understand exactly how awesome it is to be able to do that and just want to be a part of it. It's so fucking cool. 22 years old. My friend's dad is late 50s ex-military. He taught me how to work on diesel trucks and we play War Thunder all the time. That's what's up, dude. My buddy has, you know, a life that's more so, you know, working really insane hours. This dude works for CN, the railway, and essentially is like 30-something hours on a train at times that they need him to. It's just constantly demanding, right? Like there's no way around it. But whenever we hang out, it's usually just playing some games and just trying to do well in like Call of Duty fucking 3 or 2-man stack, like, you know, competitive, whatever that's called. Where the gunfights were, or going into Apex and trying to just like run duos and play that for a bit. But when we hang out in person, we just drink beer and chat like we're old ass dudes. That's all we do. That's all we ever do. I see him very rarely now, but that's it. And that's kind of how I am. Like I love the game, but like other than that, all we do is we go camping. It's like the only thing we ever care to do. I like to go have a beer, have a campfire, and then go fishing and stuff like that. That's like the only, or canoeing and whatever, mostly. I rarely ever fish anymore, but that's what I do. Like if I'm not doing this, that's what I'm doing. I'm going hiking, I'm going camping, I'm going canoeing or whatever I can do, or hiking, whatever. That's like, it's a very different lifestyle. So like you can have like that outdoorsy, tough type of lifestyle, and you just want a game, you're going to look like a fucking nerd all the time. And that's exactly what I am. I'm a fucking sleeper nerd, okay? Like when I went across Canada, we went on like a different hike every single day for 2.5 months. Shit was a goddamn fucking beautiful time. But when they see me over here, they're like, oh, this fat ass loser's constantly playing video games. Like, you're damn fucking right, buddy. You're damn right. But the second I get a whiff of fresh air, I'm going on a goddamn mission, dude. Like, my God. So like the man in his 60s is like, yeah, you know, fucking crazy, you know, solid, you know, rock and metal music, whatever. By the way, I want a Twitch stream. Like, we all have our nerd side, right? We all do, in some form. It's cool to see it, right? From especially, like, ex-military, like, playing War Thunder. That's badass. By the way, I missed something on YouTube. Let me go back to that real quick. I don't know if you're still here. I hope you are. I'm sorry. I was yapping. My computer in 2 days need a refresh window install. Could I ask how long it'll be before the next minister lineup? A couple hours, as far as I'm aware. 4 hours, 42 minutes. 4 hours, 42 minutes. I hope that you're still here so I didn't miss that for you, brother. But yeah, there's still 12 people over on the YouTube side. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. We started off doing this like a month ago. We had like 1 viewer on average on YouTube. I used to go live on YouTube just solely by itself. That's all I did years ago. So I just left it dead for so long and then randomly put stuff up and then leave it dead and whatever. I'm glad that you guys are all finding a place to like hang out in here. I really do appreciate that a lot. It's cool to see something that I had, you know, essentially killed off, at least have some life again. I appreciate that a lot. I'm going to spray the plots. We're going to do that. I'm going to go over here and get my boost again. And I'm going to eat a motherfucking Timbit, dude. I'm feeling Canadian right now. And let's cap off that yap session. Chat, if you don't know who I am, I don't shut the fuck up. I like to talk and have stories here. It's a good time. Think of me as a just chatting, never gets out of your ears, and essentially just scars you with all the nasty context of the wild moments that we have here. And you guys can leave if you want, but you won't, because I refuse to allow it. So welcome. Happy to have yous. I did have a similar crazy story with my current boss, actually. Found out he used to be part of a famous 80s Finnish band. That's fucking sick. I only found out like half a year into the job as well, which is crazy. I did get free entry and got to the backstage to one of the small concerts they did. That's sick, dude. Oh my God, it's wild. Dude, whenever you go to a concert or whatever, you're like one of 100 or one of multiple hundred or thousands of people, right? So many people don't realize how easy it is to gain access to just a little bit more if you have an ounce of, like, I don't know, like a character, I guess. Because, like, dude, I went up on stage on the only sole individual concert I went to as an adult. I went up on stage with Joyner Lucas the moment I was there. Bro, you can get things to just happen if you just go for it. I'm not even a concert enjoyer. I fucking hate them. But I went, and I went up on stage with Joyner Lucas. That was badass. This was many years ago. That was cool as shit. That was so goddamn cool. Favorite story about myself? What's your favorite story? Rustin, I had started a gigantic rumor about TF2 on accident. Dude, I still believe TF2 is not a real game. All right, sue me. I genuinely don't even think it's a real game. I've never seen proof of actual gameplay. I've only seen memes and garbage I've never even bothered to purposely look at, but it just keeps popping up here and there like a little jump scare. I genuinely don't believe it's a real game. I've seen no proof. Am I the only person who thinks that way? Like the Hogan, I don't even know. Also, GG's new personal best 2.14 mil. Goddamn. I have a crazy story about a math teacher on my school. He's a millionaire now. A day still gives lessons. He used to work as a bartender in a strip club. I worked as a lot of different things inside of a nightclub when I turned 19. That was pretty cool too. Not like that is as cool as being a millionaire. That's like, you know, Heisenberg. Like, dude, yeah, not like, you know, illegal activities, but that's more badass. But fun fact, I did actually work in a nightclub. Never fucking again. That was the worst choice ever. I mean, it was cool as hell when I was young for a little bit when I was 19 years old. And then right when I mentally aged a little bit more than just being that 19-year-old kid, instantly I was like, this is fucking awful. I was like, this is so gross. I was like, I don't want to do this ever again. But yeah, working as a math teacher, being a millionaire, but also doing tutors, also previously being a bartender at a strip club, all those together is a wild thing that his name has to be possibly similar to the Johnny Sins thing, where like he's just everywhere all at the same time and you never know what he's going to be next. Kind of a wild, you know, but you get me? Bullshit your way into so many things if you're good at. Oh, 100%, yeah. And I never had to like bullshit my way into those situations, but I definitely know I could. I think I'd be good at it. If you're good at it. Not saying it's good to lie, but the amount of times going to gyms I don't have a membership is when yeah, dude, my God. I love to just walk into places and not bullshit to them, but just pretend you're supposed to be there and it just works. He found a formula to always profit from crypto. That's why he's so rich. Got you. Okay, I see. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. There are people who spend their entire lives professionally trying to beat the market. They can't even beat like the guarantees. But if he was able to use something and make something where people are able to, you know, either buy said something from him, or if he was able to make a good enough money to become a millionaire, as a lucky man. Even if he's smart as shit, that's luck, a lot of it too. So that's glad that it went well for him. Yeah, there's only a certain amount of like, fucking guarantee in that. There's way more chance than there is guarantee in that. Like it's a dangerous game. No one can predict everything perfectly. Nobody can. That's an impossible thing. So good for him for making the money though. That's just cool as shit. Yeah, it's like those people who go around saying like, "Oh, I know how to predict every single fucking sports bet that it's ever existed or whatever." Like, you definitely didn't, but if you sell it to the right people, you're good. A super smart math teacher, yeah, super smart math teacher. However, markets are volatile and random. They're not a guaranteed set in stone thing. It's not like I buy crypto here, I sell it there every single time. Bought low, sold high, you're good to go. You can't do that every single time. Doesn't matter if you're the smartest person on the planet. Yeah, it is still cool, 100%. Yeah, so like being a good, hardworking man, and then he got somewhere, he ended up trusting himself to take a gamble on crypto, and he got a lot of money. Good stuff. But it's very volatile for a reason. It's not something that you can just print money on. Like without fail. Like you 100%. If you keep doing the same thing in that over and over and over again, you keep just winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. If you lose because you get a little cocky on the wrong one, you're going to lose everything as well. It's very scary. So as long as he's a super smart math teacher, he knows that the odds are he shouldn't be selling that to a single soul. He's gambling. I finally hit 1,000 MP. GG's, dude. My God, lava fishing or Diana? I would say Diana right now. Or I don't know. I mean, lava fishing is trying to get that, like, extra, the extra luck or whatever. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad thing to just do now. I don't know. So delicious. Fergalicious. Bet. Make them boys go loco. God damn. Fergalicious. I'm going to test something again because I couldn't see YouTube and I couldn't see Twitch. I want to say test. Now I can't see Kick, but I got Twitch and I got YouTube back. But now I can't see Kick at all. That's just kind of like ironic from earlier. Now I can't even see that. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I could, now I can't. So I couldn't see my test message. So that's not good. What do you have, Maeve as a visitor? Because if I have Maeve here, right? That's one of the mythics that can roll in if I don't have any mythics here. All three of them. This one, Rhino and Ludlith. Maeve, Rhino, and Ludlith. They can all show up. But if Maeve is still here, now it's only two of them. Now I have only a chance for Rhino or Ludlith if a mythic rolls. So if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and wait for Ludlith to show up. And then keep him here as well. And then every single time a mythic pops up, it's guaranteed to be Rhino. So I can kind of just like just hold on to that so I don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like locking certain things out of your loot pool so you get chances for better things in your loot pool when it comes to Vanguard corpses. So you like go ahead and get a whole bunch of all of the perfects, you get all the crystals or whatever, and then you don't have to worry. So yeah, if I have Maeve here, then I only get to see Rhino, and now it's Rhino and Ludlith, which obviously Ludlith is cool-ish because you get a lot of copper. But I'm not going to lie, the only thing I want to see now, since I've gotten him once, is Rhino. So the ideal way is to wait for Ludlith to show up and then only see Rhino after, but I also don't want to have three locked in at all times because I also have Spaceman. So I just choose to keep the two. Yeah, Helianthus is something that's weird because I've heard people say, and obviously now, as far as I'm aware, with what Chat's mentioned, if you have 2 pieces of Helianthus on, it's not a problem. But this bonus, where you see the 0.004 extra chance for the Helianthus or whatever, having that chance with 4 pieces of Fermento, if you were to put 1 Helianthus on, it would take that down to a 0.003. I've heard, though, now that if you have at least 2 Helianthus on with 2 Fermento, whatever, then it would still give you the 0.004. But I have never really, like, believed that it's like a guarantee until just today. At least I feel better about possibly making the 2 pieces of Helianthus that I have, but I wouldn't make 1 and replace it. Because it does seem like it breaks that extra chance for Helianthus drops. So you'd still be best using 4 pieces. You know what I mean? The best is just use all 4 Helianthus. But if you can't do that, use 3. And if you can't do that, use 2. But if you can't do that, just use all Fermento. That's what I'm seeing. But I would say don't use 1 piece of Helianthus. I think it looks, to me at least, like you should use 2 minimum. If you can use any, 2 minimum. Like that's the baseline. There's a lot of things like problems, bugs, whatever, that happens a lot. Also, yeah, I have gotten Ludlith once, so I now have the NPC inside of there, so it's just chilling. Which is nice. Yeah, now I can't see the kick stuff at all. I can see, like, most things, but I can't see the chat for some reason again. It popped up again, and now it's just gone again. I'm using Meld Studio, by the way, instead of OBS. Yo, what's up, Cherry? How you doing? Wait, hold up, Gentle. If you're here, can you hit the $150 or something real quick? I want to see if you pop up now. I refreshed it. Haven't taken off my Rancher boots yet because Sundial recipe is crazy. Yeah, honestly, I'm just kind of sticking with, I'm getting, more of a weird random speed at times, but I'll take that extra chance for Helianthus. Oh, I guess 3-piece Helianthus, 1-piece Fermento won't work. Oh, okay, gotcha. So 2, then 4. That's an interesting one. I'm going to use a random emote in there. I'm going to see if it pops up this time. Let's use Hydrate, I guess. Why isn't it showing up now? Dude, Meld is new, right? That's a fucking fact. Like, I know it is. But it shouldn't be doing what it's doing. Definitely shouldn't be doing what it's doing. Let me try preferences. They might have to do another update to reintegrate it. Because they clearly broke that. The Vine setup. So you want to just use, I mean, a lot of people have used this other thing now, like the greenhouse website that someone made or whatever. But the way that I've been doing it, a lot of other people have been doing it that's worked well enough, is the melon pumpkin one, the gloom gourd. So you want to put melon, pumpkin, nothing, pumpkin. Melon, pumpkin, nothing, melon, pumpkin. And then you want to go the opposite way as well. You want to make sure that it goes, say you started that way, you go down to the bottom left where it was melon originally. You go right, there's nothing. Right to that is pumpkin, and then up is melon. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. It's very much useful. Crop fever is definitely good. I will say it's at times extremely lackluster. But depending on how much you're planning to farm, it will pay itself off. Or if you really care about contests, then I would. Because if you get lucky in a contest and get 1, or if you get lucky and you get multiple in one contest, it will jump you up considerably. Luck will put you at a pretty decent spot. I had a crop fever trigger twice during a carrot contest. Wait, crop fever 2 got triggered twice? That's fucking wild stuff. That is actually nuts. 4 hours until Voxy Minister. Imagine that, dude. Part of me, like at the very beginning, was like, oh, I could go ahead and make some stuff and try to go for it. I was like, I could do that. But then I got closer and I just, even if I had a chance, right? I genuinely don't think that I'd want, I don't know. It feels weird. I don't really care about that enough myself at all. I think that it's interesting that some people have, you know, been able to do it without having YouTube rank. I just don't believe that we've seen a whole lot of excitement from Aura. So if I got put up there, it would feel pretty lackluster because you're like, oh, you got to wait till Aura's done. Then whenever they're done doing everything, then you get your custom perks. But only in top 3, and the top 3 are almost always pushed based on YouTube rank, or people that the YouTube ranks are supporting. And it's, I don't know, it's just not my favorite thing. My favorite skill nowadays, I couldn't tell you, honestly. I feel like mining was, but not because of money. I don't like going for money at all anymore. It's like my least favorite thing to do in the game. But I did like the progression in it. It had the most amount of different style of content around it, that mining is like at itself the core of Skyblock, where I like it the most. Maybe the dumbest farmer alive. I just realized I don't need to perfect Peridot all my tools. I can just swap the Peridots I already own. I also today found out I can buy jack-o'-lanterns from the builder. I accepted Rise 98 times before that. Jesus Christ, Donnie. Someone help this man. Dude's going through it. My God, buddy. Jesus. That is a wild, wild thing to see. The fucking jack-o'-lanterns, man. I definitely accepted him in the past without doing that, but I don't know if it was even a thing you could just buy before, like, real early on. But I know you can at least now, or you could for a while. I don't know if you could always, but at least for a while. And I just don't care to do it. Like, ever. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, dude. Well, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? What is up with sup? How you doing? Learn to speedrun crafting them, though. Well, that's good, though. I mean, like, you know, it doesn't take too much time, but it is just annoying, right? Like, it's just awfully annoying, especially with how much space we have in the inventory being not that much. It does take a hot minute. Yeah, I don't even deal with that guy at all now. I really don't care about it because he never gives a good amount of anything. So it's like kind of too lackluster for me to care. 20 mil an hour farming net worth to NPC good. I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Brr. I think the best way to farm, I heard, is wheat with crop fever 5. But other than that, it's just melon. But as someone like myself personally who doesn't even care about like money per hour, I feel like swapping up what you're doing and making 20 mil here, then making 19 mil over there, then making 23 mil over there. It's like kind of nice to just swap around. So that is by itself actually pretty good. May I have some wheat here, please, game? Can we have some wheat? I need that quick draw chip. Can I get this now, maybe? I cannot. There's 2 that I cannot deal with. I can deal with this, though. Please have another one with quick draw chip or something. Fuck. So I gotta go over there if I want to do those. Just chilling because my TPS is 5 hours. That is... What the fuck? Can I do /TPS and see it? No, I can't. Sorry, we don't have I don't have this permission. STTPS. Because I can search ping. Yeah, I can do that. I don't know if I can check the TPS or whatever, but... Yeah, my God. The connection you guys might have... RIP to the bad lobbies. However, in your garden, I don't think You guys, listen. Your garden, I don't think it's TPS, if I'm not mistaken, that you're dealing with. I think it's your ping. They fixed the wheat crop fever thing, so it's melons now. No. Oh, they fixed it. Oh, that's lame as hell. That's lame as hell. I mean, I get it, but that's lame as fuck. I guess, yeah, just melon. Not like it's, you know, I could sit here and be like, oh, it should stay like that because it wasn't broken. I heard that it was pretty nuts. But, like, they're willing to go and delete shit like that in 2 seconds. However, they won't fix the problems that the game has that we all need fixed. Because that would be under... that'd be an understandable thing, and it'd be reasonable to do, right? That'd be too crazy. That'd be nuts. 16 mil to NPC per RNGesus proc. I think that's more than reasonable. I think that's a reasonable thing to see. Personally. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, no, a fucking rare that pops up. Pretty goddamn rare, you know? Fuck, you get a Skatha, you get 5,000 coins because it was legendary. It's like, damn, you could give us something. It's not that painful now, is it? Red name when? Dude, listen, hopefully if you guys all hit the sub button, and then every day that people come in here, they hit the sub button and they stop unsubbing and they only sub directly. Maybe one day, but like, I did trials, we went up, and then I stopped doing trials and went, so who knows? Who knows? One day for sure, maybe, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. I have more on friggin' Twitch than I do on YouTube, but they don't do it off Twitch, is what I'm hearing. Did they remove the perks off a pumpkin melon dicer? They did, yeah. So crop fever is a new thing. You can put it on anything, but it is very much so lackluster in comparison to what the RNG dicer stuff was. It is not great. It is not great. It's okay, but it's definitely not great. You have to rarely get it to proc crop fever, depending on your level of enchant, 0.001 to 0.005 on a crop break. I think it is, whatever. I think that's what it is. Or maybe different than that. However, then it has to have, you have to be lucky that it gives you anything at all other than just uncommon. And then if you get lucky, you get rare. If you get a little luckier, a lot luckier, you get crazy rare drop. Or if you get really lucky, pray to RNGesus. But even the crazy rares are 2 compact sunflower or wild rose, or 6 compact wild rose. Pray to RNGesus is, as far as I've seen, not much better. And I've only seen pray to RNGesus one time. Ever. It's not exactly exciting. Crazy's 120 enchanted beans, bro. Almost a single cookie. 3/4 of a single enchanted cookie. It's terrible. Is that like the base one, but you have a chance of it being more? Or is that the high version of it? Because I know Crazy Rare it has like has a good and a bad. Crazy Rare drops in a row. Moonflower, that was nice. That's the high? What the hell? Oh my god, a Helianthus. There's no way. Chat, we got another Helianthus. There is actually no chance that this game's giving me something. We are absolutely baffled to see this. We have doubled from the 2 to the 4 that we had today. Whoa, dude, we've gotten 2. And how long, Chad? How long's it been? 2 hours. Ethereal Vine's easier now. The price dropped 20 mil on BZ. Is Ethereal... I don't know if they're easier now or if people just waited a long while to then sell a lot at once. So it's just going to shift. I think it's just a lot of people now have just decided to sell a whole fuck ton, and they just started going crazy. You got 2, I got 9. Yeah, I've gotten 2 in 2 hours. You got 9 in 2 hours, and I could just go ahead and make the 2 pieces of Helianthus now. I still haven't done that. One and a half hours. Yeah, see, I don't understand the chance there, because it's not like Helianthus armor gives you a better chance for it either, as far as I've seen. But Rare Finder chip, wouldn't that specifically be what you need? But I haven't gotten lucky enough to get a single Rare Finder, so I think that's why. Last time. It's kind of wild to me, because I'm like looking at the numbers here, and I'm just like, I'm assuming that 1 an hour is where I'm going to be stuck at, and that is just, that is an atrocious number. Like, that is not good in any way. So I don't even want to pretend like I'm excited about that in the slightest, or even begin to be okay with it. But then if I get another piece of Helianthus or something like that and put it on, it's not really going to feel like anything different's going on. I need a Rare Finder, and Rare Finder won't spawn in at all unless I go to other crops, but I don't want to do other crops because they're not the ones that I need to max still. So my stubborn ass is going to stick with this and just get nothing. My own fault. Hunter perk for chance to drop also Crop Beetle. I have that one maxed. Yeah, I have Crop Beetle maxed. Bam, 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 na, na, na. I'm just over here losing my fucking brain. I'm thinking that by the time I end up getting, let's say, right? Let's just say by the time I end up getting to full Helianthus, right? I genuinely don't think I'll have a single rare chip. I should be like, oh, we're going to get there for sure. But like, I don't believe we will. I want to believe we will. But I'm certain we won't. Also, hit the like button if you guys are over here on the YouTube side. I got like 15 of you guys over there. I appreciate that. You can't drop the chips in new crops. Surprise, surprise. New crops don't count as actual crops. Bug. Yeah, I saw that. That's a fucking absolute scam of our time. However, I did farm melon. I was farming cocoa beans at the beginning. I farmed melon for like an hour to an hour and a half. I farmed wort for a little bit. I farmed wheat for a little bit. Even today, I farmed potato for a little bit. I farmed sugarcane for a little while at the beginning and all that. Nothing's dropped anything for me. But then I just said, fuck it. I went full on moonflower. I went, sunflower, max both of those. And now I'm getting towards maxing this one. I'm just getting, at this point, I'm pretty certain I'm getting the message. I'm not allowed. Same with how farming should 2x the speed of greenhouse, but this doesn't work with new crops. Apparently, it just wasn't supposed to be a thing at all, they say, but I don't get that. They already got rid of that being a thing. 2 different times. I don't know. The math is... Yeah, there could be some really weird-ass fucking scenario there, true. It could be something wild like that. I really doubt it, but, who knows? So wait, recipe. I was gonna look at recipe moonflower, and then I just forgot what I was looking for. I want to see something here. I spent everything I had, so now I have to get even more moonflower. I should probably go farm that directly, because I do need the moonflower for the armor again, since I used it all on crop fevers. I made crop fever 4 or 3. I think it was... Wait, hold up. Let me just double check. Yeah, Crop Fever 3, and then I had 1 book away from Crop Fever 4, and I put on the melon thing, and then I just realized, oh, I got no more of that, so I couldn't. Now I gotta go get more in general to make that armor. So I'll probably do that in a moment. I just have to go take a piss. Take a quick piss, and then take a little look-see at the moonflower. Let me get the spray. Oh yeah, the spray's already done. Let's get the cooldown out of the way for the pests. And pest time. Wings of Harmony. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go deal with these right here. I'm gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. Okay, and can I do this yet? Still cannot. Can I do this yet? Still cannot. Can I do this? Oh, baby. We're just absolutely not getting anywhere there. Damn. 76 for 6. 114 for that. And this also just gives Dragon Essence. Okay, let's get rid of you. Let's see what pops up here. Lift Operator. We can do that one. Okay. Now you. Quick Draw Trip we have to keep. But let's get ourselves situated over here for a moment. And then let's swap this. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. We'll stick with this guy, and then I'm going to go take my piss. We're going to go take a fat piss. You guys love to hear me say that for sure. Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing, Baz? Welcome, dudes. I'll be right back. Actually, I got to get some friggin' water as well. And we're back. I had to get water. The dog was just super excited to see me. After any amount of time that you're not with your dog, they'll just show up and be like absolutely over the moon about the fact that you're there. And I love that very much. So now I got to spray these plots. Let me do those real quick. Brr. Let's do that and do this. Nice. And we should be good. Also, I don't know why I just didn't do this and hit like slash garden, but there we go. All right, now all I got to do right now, chat, all I got to do is just get a little bit, and I can make those 2 pieces of Helianthus, and then eventually I'll make the other 2. The buff vine drop rate, it went down by like, yeah, people said it went down by 20 million overnight, but I don't know if that's the case or if people all just collectively at the same time sold a ridiculous amount, because now most people that are doing it have progressed slowly to a point where they have a shit ton, and now they can produce the same amount regularly, so it just keeps going down and down and down. I don't know exactly why, but I do not think they've upped the rate. It does not seem like that's the case at all, so I don't know how it exactly is going, but my guess is just people holding on for a long time and then selling it all finally. Ready to drop 2 flaming swords on a brand new Ironman. I mean, flaming swords, I like, I'm gonna be honest, they have absolutely no rarity that's really surprising to see pop up at all, as far as I'm aware. So I don't think that's rare at all to even get like 1 every 3, 4, 5 kills or whatever. But I don't know what the actual chance is. So 1 in 100. Well, so okay, so it's 1 in 100. However, looting ups that chance. Magic find ups that chance. And the fact right now is you have 50 extra magic find right off the bat just because of aura. And that alone makes it much better. So everything you do has a better chance. And then bestiary on them also gives more magic find, and your combo, if you have the combos and stuff like that. There's a lot of things you can do. So it almost seems like if you're on a new profile, it almost seems like a bingo how easy it is to start up now because of aura being here. It's a little bit wild, which is a good thing. It's very surprising. Can we see your dog, or is that too much work? Oh yeah, the dog's just all over the place. You guys want to see the pup? There is Twitch emotes for it and stuff like that. However, I do have pictures of the pup up on my socials in different places and whatever, if you guys wanted to see. On the Instagram specifically as well. But the pupper is just, oh my god, she is adorable, dude. She's a Labernese, and in 4 days, she is 1 year old. 1 year old in 4 days. She is a Boxing Day puppy. Helianthus X2. GG's, brother. Can we deal with these guys? You actually get a bonus amount of 30 fortune. I think at least I do right now. I don't know if I can up that. Pretty sure it's something that you can up. Let me do this because I'm not using them both right now, but let's do that. Let's see how much we gain. When you have pests on, it's like 30, I think, in that plot. Please tell me we have... No, I was going to say, I want to see the actual chance. Make sure I have the right stuff out. I do? Yeah, we do. Okay. Tool XP capsule. GG's, dude. My hode's level 46, almost 50% of the way to 47. So useless. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if they're... Wait, can you sell them for money, maybe? Maybe that's good. What I think what happened is that people used the vines to max the greenhouse and then started selling. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's really all it was. Is people just waited and then, like, you know, once they like I said before, they got to the point where they're happy with it, aka maxing it exactly how you said. Now the fact that they're all selling is everyone sold all together at a similar time who are doing the same exact grind, because to be honest, we're all going to be relatively similar in the time it takes if you're going for it that way. I do think that played a part in it. And now because of that, obviously the amount that it has changed is seemingly very drastic. It might rebound, but yeah, people saying that it got easier, I don't think that's the case. It gets easier the more you have slot wise, but that's about it. That is about it. But yeah, 100% what you're saying, Nick. I agree with. I think that right now we're all gonna see the same garbage depending on where you're at. Probably similar to me. And then as you go forward, you're gonna slowly get them more and more and more. But they need to make an upgrade to it where you can get them faster, anyways. Because even with this, the way it's set up is pretty horrendous. So the way it works is you want to use the Gloom Gourd. You want to do melon pumpkin space melon pumpkin, and then to the right you want to have nothing, and then to the right of that you want to have pumpkin melon space pumpkin melon, and then you want to go back and just keep doing that, kind of slightly different. You can do that in a couple different variations. You can do it like a checkerboard, so melon nothing pumpkin nothing melon pumpkin nothing, but you can do it like that too. And then up to the right you do the next one, up to the left you do the next, and it's just the best way to do it is Gloom Gourd as far as I've seen. 2 vines since the greenhouse dropped. My luck is so shit. Yeah, it's wow. Wait, 2 vines since the greenhouse update. How much have you done? Because 2 this entire time is unreasonably low by a long shot. So I don't think you would have been doing it super frequently. Going, so good luck today. Get some more Helianthus for me. I got you, brother. You take care. Thanks for chilling. Hopefully we see you again soon. If I don't see you again soon, happy holidays, dude. So useless, 100,000 each, goddamn. Harvest it after the first stage or wait for them to fully grow. I just wait for them to fully grow and then leave them. That's what I've heard. I check every stage, so I've been doing that very, very frequently. Dude, that's fucking nuts. I don't understand how you could only have gotten 2, though. That doesn't even, mathematically work out at all. But if that's the case, and you have been every single time, and you've only gotten 2 this entire time, that is unhinged. I see. Thank you. No worries, dude. Only gotten 2 as well. I got 32 vines without those nerd things, and I bought Hypixel. And I'm waiting to get money for the scrolls. Dude. Liz, I respect it, dude. He's like, with all your fucking nerd shit, I got 32. Look at me, peasants. This guy, dude. Lucky bastard. And congrats on your dog's birthday. Dude, she's getting so big. She's getting so freaking cute, even more so every day. But I miss seeing her as a little puppy, bro. Oh my god, it saddens me. Grown 30 mutations so far. Yeah, I've grown quite a bit too, and I've gotten a little bit. I'm at 20 something slots grand total. So I've doubled the amount that I originally had, I think. However, it's still pretty goddamn lackluster. It's not good at all. Oh shit, chat. I had an idea. This would be one of those ideas that a few people watch. It goes very, 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 very poorly and very just whatever. Or it could do a lot and be real crazy in terms of engagement. Most likely will go very poorly, but I just want to try it. The idea was I wanted to set up. Well, I had to spend 300 some odd dollars on a. Oh, my last fire in a bottle is done. Nice stuff, dude. I was thinking of spending money on a little foldable treadmill, something I didn't have to have right up all the way, or just a treadmill I could have that would fit the small space that I'm in right now. Because again, we're in a place that is different than what I would have been at previously. Because we want to trip, we want to save money, we want to do things, we have plans, and also be there for the chemo that Steph's mom's going through, right? So we're in a situation where we don't have a whole lot of room, but my creativity is still there in some capacity. The idea, I just watched The Long Walk. By the way, absolutely immaculate movie. You need to watch it. Just incredible movie. Dude, it was a sleeper movie, bro. I had no idea it was going to be that good. Incredible movie. However, I thought about trying the long walk on stream where I was going to set up the treadmill and all that stuff. And like every X amount of fucking, thing that happens, you guys could like, mess with me, speed it up or whatever, or make me speed it up. It wouldn't be automatic because I don't have the brain capacity to try to figure that out. We can do this one. However, I would essentially just have to keep walking on this treadmill and keep speeding up or slowing down, whatever, based on certain things you guys do for however long I can possibly last for. And, however far I last, every hour, X thing would like, go down or something like that. Pretty cool. I think that's a cool idea. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see how long I can go. However, I know that there are some caveats. I won't be able to do it soon because I need to buy something that's like multiple hundreds of dollars and then think of like the premise of it, think of like a surrounding, bit of content for it and all that stuff. But I think it's a pretty fun idea. I think it's a pretty cool challenge. I've done some weird challenges and this will just be another one. So if you guys think that's awesome, then awesome. I think a lot of people are going to just see that and be like, this isn't Skyblock content. I don't want it. But for those who want to just see random content and shit like that, hopefully that's something that might entertain you if I do it. I would just be doing that and doing whatever else I possibly can to keep myself mentally alive. And that would just essentially be the end goal, is just to go as long as I possibly can. Given the fact that I am at my least, in terms of my physical self right now, I'm at the weakest I've ever been because I just stream, right? My life is different right now than it has been in the majority of my life being like, really active and hiking all the time and all that stuff, or like running track and playing sports and longboarding everywhere. Now I spent a lot of time streaming, doing no movement whatsoever. It's obviously, you know what I mean, not exactly ideal. So I think that would be a super fun thing to try. My COVID puppy is 4.5 years old now. That's crazy. Jesus Christ, bro. It scares me how long ago that was. Scares me. Kind of deserve it. From 0 to 750 mil netherwork collection in less than 2 months. That's scary numbers, dude. You gotta remember that like your fingers will eventually merge into your keycap. If you're not careful, they will fuse to become one. You're playing Skyblock, you're already not mentally alive. That's true. That is very true. 100 I saw that one. 100 miles an hour right now. Do it. Do it now. Fuck, you know what I'm going to do? Just talking about being unhealthy. I'm eating a Timbit, dude. I've only eaten one out of the 10 that I have here. I got them, and I was like, all right, they're going to give me 1 plain or 2 plain Timbits, and I'm going to give one to my puppy. They gave me no plain Timbits. So I have to go get her one after stream. When I go shopping. For Christmas gifts. That 100 calories hit pretty good. Foot pedals? Oh, yeah, foot pedals. Not too bad. Now, are you at least using foot pedals using a laptop or something else or whatever, or your PC, and then having another thing to just game and do stuff on? Now, that I understand. The fuck is a moonflower? What's up, dude? We got a new greenhouse set of eyeballs going on here. We love to see it. 215. Welcome, buddy. A scam is what they are, because we don't get the goddamn new stuff from the new stuff. Just want to let you guys know that's kind of shit. Sunflower during the day. Set your stuff to night, and you get moonflower. There's also wild rose. There's also the greenhouse. There's also new pests. There's also new visitors. There's also a rose dragon. Have fun. Work on PC, game, and laptop? Got you. Okay, I see. Not bad, dude. Ah, another scam it is. Another one of these. Yeah, they added stuff, and you have to get these new things, these new rare things. They take forever. But the best way to get those new rare things is to get these rare things. And if those rare things you get called rare finders pop up, that'd be awesome. However, those rare things that are new, those new things don't drop from the new things. So you can't get the new things to give you more rare things to give you more rare things because you can't get it on new things. You get what I'm saying? If you're following me? Whoever knows everything that's happened recently, you guys understand that that was perfectly worded, except it was awfully vague to those who don't. That was pretty good. I'm actually happy with how that went. Break cop. Break the crop. Get rare stuff. Rare stuff gives chance for more rare stuff. Rare stuff happens with rare stuff. Even more of rare stuff to get more rare stuff, as well as that other rare stuff you need to make the thing that is a better tier of the stuff we have on now. However, break new stuff. You can't get the rare stuff to get more rare stuff, so you have to break other stuff that is also old stuff, so then you have a chance of getting the rare stuff, which is too rare to even get. So you can't get that stuff to have more chance for the other rare stuff with the rare stuff, so you have to just get the rare stuff with less of the rare chance of the rare stuff. And then that means you're going to get 1 per hour of the rare stuff instead of getting the other rare stuff to give yourself a better chance for the rare stuff. In short, you don't get any good shit from the new shit. Exactly. Makes perfect sense. I understand it fully. It's tough. Thing for speed. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. I would not expect to get that anytime soon. Voxo, my message is going through. Yeah, so Maxor, anyone on the kick side? There was a moment earlier where we were able to see it, and then I was just reading them here and there. But then it straight up just fucking hit me with like the irony, and it's now I can't even see the kick chat unless I open up another window to the side. My Meld Studio chat is blocking it. I don't know why. So if I miss stuff, there's like, we go up to like 6, 8, whatever people over on Kick, and then it just drops back down to 1 because I can't see the messages unless I look over there and do that. But a lot of the chatters over there are just bots. Like a lot of the people that you see come over there and try to follow like X_Anna or whatever. You know, those guys are like Nancy 90 or people with like underscores in their names, shit like that on Kick. They're just bots. Those ones are just the bots. They're just trying to sell you fake stuff. That kind of sucks. Also, wordy GG's. Oh, the thing for the set speed, that's tough. You need the chlorinite, and the chlorinite will take a long time. I would recommend looking up sky mutations on YouTube, Google. I'd recommend looking that up, but I'll give you guys a link. Boom. This is the link to the Greenhouse Toronto Sky Mutations site thing. It's pretty damn useful. However, I don't fully know if I trust that that is actually something you should genuinely go off of as a whole. I do not know if that's something you should trust is the best way to set it up. I just think it's helpful for some things. Because as far as I'm aware, these crops, you want to have the most amount of separate ones that are able to spawn every growth cycle, not just 2 or 3, like it's trying to show me at sometimes, and like have a shit ton of space where they could just keep placing them. You know what I mean? What you learn. Good old wordy bug, wordy, all that stuff. I need to go for that one day. I really do. By the way, Script, what pedal are you using, or what pedals are you using? I heard at least a few people are legitimately buying the fucking Elgato foot pedal, which as far as I've seen is like $200 something so they can farm. That to me is crazy. Elgato one, yeah. My God. I think it's not bad if you actually do use it for other shit in a certain way, but like I do think that in general it is a very overpriced piece of equipment for what it is. But if you have it, you have it. I know some people just bought like a $3 fucking little couple key little thing. It's basically like the size of a numpad, but it's just 4 keys, I mean. And they just use their toes on that on the floor. Do you think it would be worth locking into a better farming setup if I want crop milestones? I mean, like, it said locking into a better farming setup. I'm not sure what you mean. You always want to get the best farming setup you can in terms of like the gear, the armor, all that stuff. If that's what you mean. You definitely want to have the best thing you can have for sure. So like for me, I want to go for Helianthus. So I'm just getting the 2 pieces done right now that I can at least wear for a bit. Also, the bonus is done in 4 minutes. God damn, dude. Yeah, I need Helianthus, so I'm going for the equipment set, GT5. Yeah, you definitely want to get all that stuff done. 100%. Friend had it, gave it to me. I was using a mini numpad before. Ah, there you go, yep. I ain't buying that for Skyblock, a fucking course. Got it for free now. I'm enjoying it. Love my friend. Dude, yeah, oh my God. I would love to have one of those. But I definitely I agree that, like, yeah, just buying it for Skyblock is a fucking absolute wild thing to do. But, yeah. Got a job, kind of quit gaming. He's just like, fuck it, take it. Well, good for you, brother. That's what's up. It's a pretty good piece of equipment, depending on what it is that, you know, people use it for. It could be, like, you know, kind of useless, but it essentially is pretty damn awesome. Like, I'm not going to buy one, but in an ideal world, I would love to. Yeah, Razer definitely overpriced stuff. I say Elgato stuff, like you see the key lights. Like, look at those and tell me that those are reasonable prices. Like, holy shit, I have a key light that is worth like fucking $20, and it is exactly as good as what they have. I think that's pretty fucking wild. I don't want to feel. All right, recipe, moon. And then don't get me started, chat, on the fucking shares that people think is remotely ever worth buying from them. Holy shit. Cheers, by the way. All right. What is it we have here? So we only have 5. We've gotten 3 today. Wow. Then over here, for the moonflower, we only have 68. I need more. You need a stack per fucking piece. So we got to go ahead and do some of that. For in a minute and a half, we're going to have to restart another bonus. So we'll just keep doing this for a moment. What we need. Also need better gems. Yeah, better gemstones, another thing too. That's pretty important. Make sure you guys get flawlesses if you can in every single slot. Perfects are really not necessary for every single slot. For your armor, it's definitely good. But for your hose, just make sure you use, you know, flawless. Yeah, you need all. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah. A stack of each is pretty shit. I have everything else I need for sunflower and wild rose. I had everything I needed for the moonflowers or whatever. I had all that stuff. And then I used it on a bunch of crop fevers. And I'm already maxed out on the fucking milestone. And I still only have 1 piece worth. It's dumb. And I've only made 2 Crop Fever 5s, 1 Crop Fever 3, 1 2, and 1 1. With the other stuff you needed to make. Like, it just goes so fast. Anything, please, doctor, doctor, have mercy on me. And now we are out of the bonus. Let's just go ahead and get that over with. Also, we just do this so I have more room. Okay, now call Alchemist. And let's do this. And one more time. By the time you get all Helianthus, you will get enough and extra for full Fever 5s. Oh, yeah, he definitely will quite a bit. Got another rare finder chip from Wart. 4 total. Oh, my God. I'm so jealous. Hypercharged chip. Oh, buddy. We love getting chips. We love chips. 7 more until legendary upgrade. Woo. I still need that, but wheat is just for some reason not happening for me. Kind of wild. I feel like I should be seeing some, but... I don't want to feel how I did last night. All right. And now we just got these guys to deal with. Okay. I want to see this, though. Give me an actual number pop up. 2246. That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. And we'll see how much I have when I swap over to, like, you know, Helianthus and whatnot. Got Max Rare Finder today. Got Final from Wart. I am a little bit like... I want to go over to other crops and do other things. I really do. I really do. But they've been around for so long, and I farmed those things here and there, and I never really enjoyed it. I just want to... I want to just stick with this now, even knowing I can't get rare finders from them. I can't farm older crops and enjoy it. I have a hatred for it that is unreasonable. I just can't stop it. I am up. Also, I got to open up the kick thing again because it's not showing. Again, it showed for a moment. Let me test again. Let me use a kick sub $150 Voxy cap, gritty, and hype. Still nothing. Yo, what's up, Jake? Yeah, you go up to like fucking 610 down to 1 again over on kick so quickly because of that. What a pain in the ass. First Spaceman is asked for Wild Roses. Oh my god, that's terrible. I get less heli after getting Max Finder. Max Rare Finder gets less rare drops. That's fucking crazy. Just drop Claymore. Oh my god, GG's, brother. Not so bad. I should definitely be looking for stuff like that. I am not a Dungeons enjoyer. Depressed this morning. I woke up my computer desk after falling asleep 10 minutes into the Fiesta last night. I didn't even know there's a Fiesta last night, dude. I got a Hedgehog yesterday. It's already level 94. GG's. Played maybe 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, if you just go ahead and like you farm, you already get a good amount for sure. But dude, if you really want easy XP, obviously depending on what you guys do, you guys probably know. But you can just fucking easily gain a hell of a lot if you go ahead and just do commissions. Yeah, pests do give a good amount for sure. So you just pest farming specifically? Is that all you're doing? Super crafted mossy helianthus helmet. Oh, baby. And chest plate. Oh, baby, a W. Not so shabby. I will definitely be joining that in a little bit. Just farming normally and switching to hedgehog for pests. Gotcha. I kind of want to start swapping over to other things and like get other pets a little bit more, but I can't stick to it. I always just leave it after a little bit. Like I want to up other pets XP, but I also don't want to swap to any other pet ever. If it's not something that I'm genuinely going to benefit from right then and there. Yeah, the pest equipment is definitely good if you're just solely trying to get 1 a.m. here, going to sleep. See you. Take care, brother. Thanks for chilling, Script. Hopefully see you again around in another stream. Also, pest equipment good. So if you do have the pest equipment, it is really good to use it for pest farming. I don't know exactly what it is that people use 100%, other than just the idea that you would just want to use the ones that I'll show you right here that I have. Squeaky Pest Vest, and the Pest Hunter's Necklace, gloves, and belt. You can recom them as far as I'm aware. I don't know if that actually helps much. There's another piece of armor people were mentioning they could use that's probably better in certain scenarios, but I don't know if that's the fact. There's a couple things you can do, but that's what I was using for a little bit, and I was getting 4, always 5 if I'm lucky, without having anything on the armor that gives me a better chance, really, outside of the base. Like I didn't have the Reforge. I have the Pest Terminator 6, but I don't have like the Reforge for it. I thought maybe at some point I was like, I'll just make a second Fermento set or whatever to get pests, but there's no way I'll do that. There's 0 chance. Pest equipment ship, 1 minute 14 second spawn times for 5 pests each. Pretty decent. You get pests, you get rid of them, and by the time you're back into farm, into farm again or whatever, it's like 40 something seconds left ish. Farm for a couple, not even a minute, boom, you get another one. That's how it was for me. So I got my farming 60 was pest farming with the 1 minute spawn times. It's definitely a good thing to do for sure if you're just trying to be like super, super quick. I want to put in 0 effort. So for me personally, I just don't even want to pest farm. I tried to pest farm a little bit earlier if you guys were there at the beginning of the stream, but I could not do it. Could not stick with it. I hate it. I need the tickets. Got you. Well, in 33 minutes, there's a sugarcane, wheat, and moonflower contest. So that's not bad. Just hypnotize me, and I must love your flashy ways. Can't you see? Dude, we gotta really just fucking get that moonflower stuff done so I can get away from this for a bit. I really don't want to be in the moonflower area since I've already maxed it. But here we are. We're just stuck. Another 20, so I still need quite a bit more. Damn, dude. God damn, brother. Give me a crop fever right now and just drop like multiple prayed RNGs, dude. Be like the craziest one I've seen by far. Let that happen. You've gained 658 bits. Wait, how? I just had 0. What? How the hell do I have bits to claim? Is that because of the museum, maybe? Snoop Dogg's Lottie Dottie when I hear this. I can barely even hear the music. I just like, I have it super low for myself. But I just locked in on it. I heard Biggie for a second. I was like, oh yeah, shit. I was listening to Biggie, Biggie a little bit the other day directly. Because someone was trying to say like, Big X the Plug is Biggie 2.0. And I thought that was fucking wild. I thought that was wild to say. Obviously, people just trying to fucking, like, get engagement. But my God. I think the only reason people even think that is because of the fact that they both do rap music and they're, you know, and Big X is obese. I think that is literally the only reason they would even have said that, but just for engagement farming. Which obviously it works. You just say really, really, really stupid shit. It works, right? It's unfortunately something that is acceptable now. You just say the most random garbage and people will just eat it up, right? I saw it. I didn't engage with it. I just moved on. But I did think about it. So obviously, like, you know, it sticks. That's pretty wild. Like, I think Big X makes some interesting music. I wouldn't say he's like I wouldn't say I love his music or anything like that. I really am not a big fan of it. But he is the biggest, the largest motherfucker out there. So, I mean, he's not wrong, you know? He is a pretty funny sounding dude, though, so that's nice. Yeah, nobody does. Not a single person nowadays. Which they don't need to compare. They need to just be what they are. But when people say that they do, it's just, you know, they never listen to them. Everything now is entirely different than everything back then. So they couldn't even try to. It just doesn't work. Which kind of sucks because there's a lot of really good shit from back there that I kind of like to see more style hit, but I do like the new stuff too. So, it is what it is. Best way to get vines. Oh my God. I just fucking drooled and bit my tongue because I bit my tongue. I ended up just like, Jesus Christ, I bit my tongue and I tried to stop myself as it was about to go down and I just almost drooled on myself. I said I drooled. I didn't actually, but I swear I almost did. Dude, you guys were about to witness my brain melt. Anyways, now that I've discussed it at least a couple people, Gloom Gourd. You want to just use those. It's a pretty damn good way to get around getting vines. It's not incredible, but as far as I've seen and far a lot of people has, like, you know, explained it, it is seemingly the best one to use. I like the rhythm and the rhyme schemes in 90s gangster rap. Yeah, a lot of it's real good. I like it for sure. I don't listen to it a shit ton anymore, but I did like a lot of that from back then. I liked a lot of the old school stuff for sure. I don't think that I even really love rap music that much anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Even though it's a lot of what's in this playlist, I really don't really at all choose to listen to that over, you know, alt or indie rock, whatever, stuff like that nowadays. But holy shit, that was a big part of me growing up. Love progression. I've had Rosewater Flask in inventory for a good 16 plus hours of active playtime, not a single growth stage on it. You have to be putting it into, if you guys don't know how it works directly, for those who don't know, if it's in here, it's going to take per growth stage, what is it, 50 hours? But if it's in here, it's 25 as far as I'm aware. And I've gotten one growth stage, so it takes a fucking long ass time. It's lame as hell. It's absurd. Yeah, it's dumb. It's just like every other one of the ones that they've done, Discrete included and all the other ones. You have to just have it for 300 hours or 150 if you put it in that specific place. But it's a very weird thing that's what they choose to just keep doing over and over again. But that right there, that item is the reason why so many fucking people have so many vines on the regular profiles. That thing specifically. Because they can just buy their way through a shit ton of those and just fucking farm endlessly. Which is quite a lot. Yeah, it got that dude those things because he could just spend money and spend money and spend money. Waste money and fucking waste more. I should say. I should let you guys know it's probably not worth it. But if you want to do it, it's there. It is the way. Without that, it would have taken fucking months. Months, dude. No way in hell someone would have had it for like 3 straight months. I say that as if you definitely could get it faster, but Months for sure. Montahus. Dude, I really do now, like, now they're talking to the foot pedal, the guy was talking, I wish I fucking had that right now. Oh. Failed to refresh your Skyblocker API token. Some features may not work temporarily. Uh-oh. In my opinion, they should have kept Rose Dragon at 20,000 copper, 500 mil, rather than all the mutations with it now. 500 million, 20,000 copper, and I believe they should have made it like the Helianthus. And that's it. I don't understand why they require all of those fucking mutations. Like, the Helianthus maybe too. That's about it, though. That's it. But god damn, dude. It's really not that good of a pet at all. Just like the crap when they brought in the Jade Dragon. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I do not plan on going for that ever. I have no plans to go for that because it's such a lackluster thing to do. To just burn 500 million coins and all the fucking resources on. It's such a lackluster thing to have because it barely helps you. 20,000 copper now, if you do have all of the things unlocked, you do get a lot of legendaries. You can do that. Sure, yeah, you can get 20,000 copper. The Helianthus is pretty bad. But, like, when they were sitting down at the drawing board and said, this mutation, that mutation, that mutation, that mutation, that mutation, and that one, that's reasonable. I don't think they even realized what they created. I really don't think that they all even begun to process the amount of time that it takes. I don't think they even realize that at all. It's one of those, all right, we're going to make this from those two. All right, we're going to make another one. That'll take those two. Make another one. That'll take those two. Okay, put them together. All right, that one will take those two. Not realizing that the two that they want to make requires 2 of these other 2 you want to make, which require 2 of those ones and 2 of those ones. So now they did that too many times. And that just fucking made it unreasonable. And then they're like, all right, whatever. And then they hand it off to someone else for a little more input. They're like, yeah, I mean, it looks good. However, you know, it would look really nice. A little larger space there, just filled up with more legendary variant items. Let's just add those 3 in there. Why not? There's a whole bunch of mutations. There's like 46. They can go for about 6 or 7 of them here. And they probably sat there doing the fucking hand thing. They're like, you're funny, Bill. That's great. Yeah, we'll add that in. Someone in the corner is like, hey, guys, yeah, you think, it's like, hey, guys, yeah, you think we should talk about how long that'll take? Do you think that's necessary? They're like, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. They'll go for it anyways. And then they just moved on. And they're like, oh, yeah, valid. Let's just push the update. And then once they saw the outcries, they're like, we could deal with it, but Aura's here. We're too busy. And then, yeah, that's where we are now. So I think that's roughly what happened. And if it's not that, there's something wrong with them. All right? There's something wrong with them because they're doing this all evil like.
This is how they're talking in the group meetings. Like this right here. Like they need more. Make them go for more.
And that's all it is. So I hope that it's not that one. I hope it's the other one, because at least the other one, there's a chance they stop doing it. If it's the second one, if it's
This.
I'm worried. Like, at that point, that's just fucking terrifying. Like, we have the wrong people in charge, unfortunately. We're not safe here anymore. It's all going downhill. So, fingers crossed we get out of here safely. Golden Dragon makes sense for mining. Rose Dragon makes sense for farming. Jade Dragon makes sense for... Oh, yeah, exactly. Foraging? Yeah, it's really odd. Remember when they first had it come out? What was it? You needed... wasn't you actually needed some mining type of stuff to get it? Like, you needed... well, pretty sure you still do. Hold up. Recipe Jade. Oh, I can't do... Okay. What is it you need for the Jade Dragon again? Because originally, I think it was actually Jade or Emerald or something that you needed for it. As well as the money and all that, which the only way you get that on Ironman is by mining or farming, which is, you know, mostly mining, obviously, because of the rates. And then nowadays, I guess, a little bit more so with the farming pests, whatever. But then other than that, it is some foraging stuff, but no one needs that because you can get a frog really quick and early on, and there's nothing that is large enoughly, like, you know, better than that. There's nothing that is so much better that you need to go for. So the frog you get right here. Jade Dragon is like way the fuck up there, and it costs a ridiculous amount of time, so like no one needs to go for it. Then the Rose Dragon, you get the Mushroom Cow right here, and the Rose Dragon 17 fucking stories up above the clouds. You don't even see it. It doesn't even matter. But its usefulness, instead of the Mushroom Cow being right here, its usefulness is right here. So hell fucking no. Golden Dragon is like, it costs this and it's worth that. The other stuff is it costs that and it's worth this. So it's just not necessary. There's not a whole lot of scenarios where anyone could ever argue the Rose Dragon is necessary for anyone to go for it at all. They're like, oh, but XP. Like, what? Some people are like, oh, but it gives you more fortune. Be like, okay, how long is it going to take for you to offset that cost? You tell me. You tell me how long that's going to fucking take. Someone spent 10 billion to buy it from someone else who already spent tens of billions, apparently, to get it. Like, there's no reason for that. You're crazy if you think it's good. Someone's using it right now. They're like, dude, all I got to do is farm for 3,847 straight hours, and I will have offset my cost. And by that point, I will have made more with this than I would have if I only kept the other thing. Time to lock in. Gets banned for macroing day 3. Gets wiped. Fuck, dude. My bad. Okay, there we go. All right. Want to do Slayer, but my fucking Wi-Fi is giving me 4.1 megabits. God, dude, Gentle Spy, your brother is here. Dude's rocking the 6-ish megabits at a time. I've been there a long time ago, but the moment once adulthood hits and you're like, everything sucks, is going to pay for everything and everything's expensive and the responsibilities hit you. The good part about it is I will never have to deal with shitty internet ever fucking again. Ever again. I mean, every once in a while when it's just broken, but like that's, you know, when shit goes bad, but then you complain to them and they give you a credit. So it is what it is. But you get me. I will never allow myself to have bad internet. I'm like, looking to the future. We want to buy a house somewhere. You know what I do? Part of the checklist is, can I get a fiber internet there? And if I can't, it's not even on the fucking list of possibilities. Because if I'm streaming, I need to have good internet. It's like anywhere. Like, you need to have good reception if you're going to work at home and be on on call. You need to have good internet if you're going to work remotely. You need those things. Unfortunately, Starlink is only good for, like, you know, low use. So that kind of sucks. Also, GG's on the Rare Finder. That's what's up. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my god, are we almost done? Please tell me we are, dude. Plan on getting Starlink when I go storm chasing. Good old Starlink. Dude, I wanted to get Starlink for my trip across Canada there, but I will tell you, the cost just to get it installed and then use it for 2 months would have cost me $13,500 Canadian. I'm very glad I didn't do that because my phone data is the only thing that I could use the entire time. And that was good enough for me to be able to get enough done. Want to catch some naders next season around March? Dude, that's fucking wild. Good for you, though. That is something I would absolutely never feel comfortable ever putting myself into the situation to do. Because for me, the reward isn't great enough. But if that's what you're into, the adrenaline that you're going to get from that would be insane, dude. It's like me. I really want to go skydiving at some point. That's, to me, the adrenaline from that seems like it'd be super good, even though some people are like, you could die, so I don't think it's worth it. For me, I think that, like, you know, the chance of dying in that is actually fucking not as scary as me farming, you know, for all rare finders. I think that would kill me faster, so the risk to reward is worth it. I think, at least. No, it's nice though, chat. We're at level 46 and just 150,000 XP away right now to the next level. Main goals in life is being a meteorologist, on ground storm chaser. That's fucking nuts. That is super cool. Stayed up for 50 hours straight reporting on Hurricane Melissa. God damn. Are you doing like the streams of it too? Like you're showing it live, you're having like information run through, you're like looking at different sources and you're gathering information to give it to like a lot of people at once, or are you just like inputting info onto another place where people can go find it? Okay, watch this, chat. We're going to get something good here. A real good drop. We're getting nothing. My bad. I lied to you. Recipe moon. Please tell me I'm close. Wait, hold up. I had it open. Oh. Oh. Yo, dude. We got Deus with the friggin'. Wait. Deus. Did you not, yesterday, was it you who swapped to a tier 1 yesterday for 6 months? Yeah? Yeah. What? Like, what? Subscribe with Prime. What? I'm so confused, too. What the fuck is that? You're more likely to die when drunk driving if some dude drunk driving rather than skydiving by like 1,000 times. I mean, to be fair, you're putting yourself in a situation where your chance of dying is very high with a malfunction that is possibly more so around the not too rare possibility. Whatever, I don't know, but like skydiving instructors, do they not have, you know, in the insane fucking 9,000 point inspection every single time, so you know you have a really solid chance it's going to work out, and B, they have a backup chute, right? So like, because of those things, it's not that scary. However, what if I turn around, I punch him in the face, I punch him in the balls, I unclip myself and dive as far as I can straight down by just penciling and going? Then I could die. However, if I don't do that, I should be good. You know, if I just, you know, incapacitate the instructor and then just clip myself off, take a knife and start cutting all the things off, and then I might die. But if I don't do that, we should be good. Well, I guess I'll be screwed by Twitch then. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but I would just check and see if maybe it just refunded your payment since you used the Prime, or maybe the next 6 months after that you have it. Who knows? Or honestly, you know, it'd be cool though, Deus. What if this is what happened? What if it took the payment, you have your sub, and then it also gave me your Prime sub, then giving Bezos dollars as well as having other things. So now you can't use your Prime somewhere else, but you also got that. That'd be a wild thing for me, but terrible for you. But my God. Yeah, I'm checking. Got you. Yeah, that's wild. What if I want to die? What then? I don't know if going skydiving is when you want to die. I think going to like the top of a really high building and in game and then just jumping is the only way. I got refunded yesterday at midnight. Oh shit. Okay, there you go. There's the answer. That's fucking that's not bad, I guess. That's what, like $36 back in your pocket. Turn out the lights. For some stuff later then. Got you. Yeah, like you could technically convert your Prime to another 6-month sub right now and save the 15% or whatever, but I think it might have just been a calling that you're not allowed to use anything but a Prime here. I think that's what it is. They're trying to tell you something. They're hating. $12 Jerry's, no Jerry seed. I thought it was a guarantee. I've gotten 3 Jerry seeds. Yo, what's up, dude? How we doing, Raiders? How we doing, 2B? How you doing? What's going on, dude? Got the golden carrot. The garden goes okay. It's not too bad. I've got 0 evergreens and 0 rare finders, and I'm getting an average of 1 single Helianthus an hour. So it's not exactly awesome, but it is something. I don't know what they've done with this, but I'm not a fan. And I have farmed other things other than the new crops to try to get rare finders, but even then, I just still don't get them, right? So it's just, I'm stuck just kind of in this weird spot. But we're getting some other chips. So that's not bad. Yeah, it's definitely a little shitty, but it is what it is. I'm just yapping with chat. We're having a good time. I am happy to see that at least, you know, even with all that being the case, that there is a good amount of people. Oh my God. There's a good amount of people who are just vibing, chatting, and chilling, so I don't go crazy. That's not bad. But this stuff right here, I don't even... Do you trust this? Do you think this is useful? Because as far as I'm seeing, I don't think that this is very efficient. I want to get some more opinions on this, because like seeing this doesn't seem like it's really efficient at all. I think it would be if you never check your garden, but... We're getting Voxy claws in a couple of days. I am definitely not going to be buying a Santa Claus costume. That is for sure. I will be live tomorrow. I will not be live on the 24th or the 25th, but that's the only time I'm not going to be streaming. The only time I won't be. Having a 1 in 2 hours. They nerfed the heli rates or something. Bro, it's super bad. I don't know what they've done. I think it's good for getting vines early on since you have a chance at multiple spawns every growth cycle. Well, I mean, what I'm doing personally, I feel like is rather decent, but as far as I've seen, at least, it's all luck-based. So what sucks about that is you really can't guarantee anything, but this is what I have. So obviously, this right over here, I just want to try something different, and these guys are not important at all. But this stuff, this is what I'm using personally. And this, to me, seems much better, but no one ever sees that on the Toronto site that he's got going on. So it's a little confusing to see that be like the method that they're trying to show is the most efficient. But here we go, chat. Please. 1 vine. 1 vine. And give me 1 more. Fuck, am I getting a fermento and a squat? Buddy, what are we doing? What are we doing, dude? I got 2 more. It's not terrible, I guess. I mean, if I look at this, though. How about this guy, actually? Yeah, it's like 2 hours per growth stage now that I'm on my garden. Another maid stream after Christmas. You guys know the only way you're going to get the maid costume stream. You guys know exactly what it is. And until someone in here is a big rich juicer magooser and wants to see that wild shit happen for a ridiculous amount of money, it ain't going to happen. There's no chance. There is no goddamn way, my man. I don't know which way I want to go with this. I don't think there's any decent way for this to go. It's all kind of ass. I could go back this way. I kind of want to just do this, 1 and 2. And then they have a chance to spawn in here if they don't spawn the other one. If I'm not online or whatever, a little bit more room. It goes boom to there, and then there, and there, and then there, and there, and what, a whole bunch of places. Hey, Toss, nice to see ya, brother. How much for Mage Stream? Oh, you guys, listen. For those who don't know, let me say it again because this baffles everybody every time. Legitimate request was legitimately made by an actual chatter and tried. They even tried to make an actual fucking group crowdfunded goal for this. They wanted me to, and listen closely. I'm going to use this so you guys can hear it better. They wanted me to wear a maid costume, lathered head to toe in honey mustard sauce, doing the pot friend pose, this, while staring into the camera for a couple minutes, and that alone, for $10,000 in a exclamation point tip in the chat. They wanted that. That's what they asked for. I'm going to agree to that because I'm not a dumbass. That would help me a lot. But for no less would I be able to do that. That is a ridiculous, wild, crazy, horrifying thing to have to go through on purpose. You know what I mean? It truly is. 64 gloom gourds. Do I even care about these at all? You can't sell them. Damn. Holy, yeah, I do that for 10K? 100%. Haven't looked stream for a while since girlfriend took full custody. Oh, dude, it's nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you coming on in. My God. Yeah, I already researched it once. I don't think researching this one fully matters now anymore. At least I think I wouldn't gain enough for what it costs. How much would the one stack actually be? Wouldn't that just be like 6 copper per, 5 copper per? 5 per? Yeah, that's terrible, dude. That's fucking terrible. I'm not doing that. That's like one single legendary visitor, dude. But I got to spend money on it. I'm good, dude. You can give the Gloom Gorge to research them for 5. Yeah, 5 copper each is terrible. I mean, for how easy you get them, obviously it's not going to be anything crazy high. But like, I'm not going to look at that and be like, that sounds fun and necessary for me to go out of my way to do. Obviously, that I wouldn't, I wouldn't want to do myself. But to each their own, it just is what it is. I think if I'm going to put the overclocks on anything, I already have 3 tools maxed out. I might just do it on the nether wart hoe because eventually I'll have to go for warties. So we'll do that for right now. Boom. Bam. Let's go. And put that away. Schnether wart hoe, dude. Schnever say schnever. But yeah, it's pretty good. So if anyone decides they want to, hey, listen, extra coin tip, $10,000 US. I'm your guy. Or if 2 people want to do 5K, go ahead. But that's the only goddamn way because you guys have been asking for it. And I'm definitely not going to just give into it for some unreasonably low amount of money because that is fucking foul. All right. The old mustard maid. It is a wild time we're living in, chat. It is indeed a wild time. 9,999 USD. You drop it right now, someone else can drop the $1. You go right ahead. At least flawless for all farming tools. Because I don't really care about farming that much, and I could just swap them. I have flawlesses in these. I have flawlesses in that. I took them out because I stopped going for it. I got rid of the farm. Now I have an extra slot here. I can put another flawless in. This one I swapped out at one point. This one I have a perfect I put in there at one point because I just needed to test something and see something. This one I have all flawlesses. This one I have a couple in there. I just flip-flopped them around early on, but then I have perfects in these guys, and that's all that matters. I'm not getting flawlesses for every single one of them individually at this point since I already have the milestones max for everything except for this and Cocoa Bean. What's the mutation next to the melon and pumpkin ones? Well, so these guys make the Gloom Gourd, and that just pops up in here. But if you're wondering what this stuff is, this right here is a wildflower. This one here is a sunflower. Or the moonflower, I mean, and then the sunflower. I'm pretty sure it's called wildflower or something, though. I thought it was. I never mind. It's just moonflower. I'm fucking on some shit. Sunflower. But I wanted to see if they would spawn in these areas because I heard that they would. But I'm sure they won't. I'm certain they will not. Any reason for them? They had this thing where I was looking at some list of things that could happen or good things to boost, and what they did was they like additional rolls on things you break around it or whatever, so I thought maybe that would have been good. But I don't know if that's a fact. I just put them here because once they're fully grown, if they haven't done anything by then obviously we're just going to ignore it, but thought I may as well give it a go. The only thing missing on my netherwort hoe is crop fever, 4 out of 5, and perfect gemstones. Nice. You spend 1 fiesta and you have max flaws for 8 max overclock tools. Yeah, if I spend time on that for sure, and I definitely did spend it on things I needed, but I'm not going to spend it on every single item because every single item does not need a flawless since I don't use every single item. Right? So there's no reason to. I'm just wasting extra coin that I could possibly be using. Which is, in my opinion, rather important. But I'm going to do this, though. Recipe Helianthus. I can make 2 of those pieces now. Chat, which 2? Do you want to go helmet and chest plate or what? I'll make 2, and then I'll make the last 2 together one day. Trying to get grind those vines as well. Trying to get any help I can. Now, yeah, 100% just do the pumpkin melon strat. There's the best way for sure. Whatever the 2 cheapest are. I'm pretty sure they're all the exact same. I'm just trying to see which one we feel is the most enjoyable to swap to. The helmet won't look any different. The chest plate will, though. So. Chest and legs give more fortune? Do they? Oh, they do. Ah, we'll do those. All right. Recipe Helianthus chest plate. Wait, this looks different. Oh, never mind. I was just looking at that one before. That's why. Did they change how the thing looks versus before, or did it look like this always? Because I know it's always been 1 stack, 1 stack, 1 stack, these 2, but I don't remember it looking like this. Spend my time at 1 a.m. doing, by the end of the day, I'll be up to 22 plus hours. Okay, I'm going to do this. Here we go. Condensed Helianthus. Moonflower. Chest plate. The sunflower. The wild rose. Bada bing. Nice. And the leggings. Boom. There it is. Bam. Pow. Beautiful. Tiered tiered bonus. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. But technically it should still be fine. We'll hope for it. There we go. Out here. Big 2025 hours and 07 minutes playtime. Big old 2025 GG's. Also, Luke with the sub. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Love to see the fellas hitting the old YouTube subscribe button. Okay, 1 second. We open this up. There we go. All right. Now, we let that stuff just kind of do whatever it's doing. We just keep going on things that we need. And obviously, Helianthus is what we need. That's the big problem for me. I still need a good bit more. I have 1 single condensed now. And I'm at 5 out of 9 for my second one. And then once I'm done that one, I still need 2 more. Jesus. Say 50, 60? What, there's that many people here? We did get a raid of 10 from the Fellamans, so there should be 67 people. Hey, love to see that. Appreciate you guys. And over here, there's still 12 people. That's nice. And there's one person over on Kick. Hey, 80 people. There's 80 people. You guys are fucking goats, dude. I appreciate you very much. You guys are fucking beautiful individuals. Thank you, thank you. You picked here to spend your time, and for that, good luck. All right, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Set spawn. And we're going to break some crops. Actually, I do need to tweak my speed now because we are now a little bit faster because of this giving 14. I feel like it's definitely changed. It has, yeah. I'm at 331. So what I could do is call Maxwell. And I can just take off the speed. And I can add on the strength. And now we're at 327, which is, you know, almost fucking there. It's close enough. I don't give a shit. Nobody. Oh, I can't do it. It's bugging me. Call Maxwell. Save me, buddy. Fuck! No! No! God damn it. Why? Imagine if Legion worked on Fortune. I mean, it technically does. Because it ups your stats. So technically it ups your strength, which your strength ups your fortune with the Mushroom Cow. With the bad guys. When I'm with my baby, I... Now, I don't know exactly where you're going to go ahead and decide to, you know, leave all your dudes floating around, but you could. 20 people on your garden following you, new meta. I'm pretty sure that was something people used for a little bit to gain some, like, you know, more so of a better bonus. But I definitely don't think that's a necessary step to take. Exactly. It's just one of those, you could. You definitely could. Though, should you? What the hell was that, dude? Tweaking. Is I don't care. Okay, let's leave that. Disappear. Now we're at 345 speed. What did I do? I don't even think I used the AOTV, did I? Oh, I swapped. That's why. But yeah, 329 or 327 is what I'm stuck at now. I'm a little sad about that. I'll take 329 if we're like slightly over. I'll it's whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. The only one there. Nobody but you. Okay, I'm skipping the song. I can't do it. We are young gravy, dude. I'm straight up munching right now, dude. Dude, my God. I'm fully aware of the sugar and the carbs and the fat and the Timbits and the calorie count. I don't give a fuck, dude. These things slap. It's been so long since I've had any. I am housing this 10-pack of Timbits today. Also, I am using the Eclipse hoe. Let me fix this. That is not the right hoe. Let me fix this again. I definitely noticed really quickly, for sure. Hey, are you ever going to say how you get ethereal vines, bro? Or just put that in your title? Like, damn, bro. You know what? I could have said it for you, but because you cried and whined, I'm not going to. I think I've tallied it up. I've said it at least probably a good like 15 times today. But this kid's over here straight crying, so I'm just gonna leave it. Anyone else want to know how it's done? I'll tell you guys. This guy's going in timeout. Get a job, loser. Your average 10 viewers stream, bro. So hype. There's actually 80 of you, but that's fine. You're not looking at the right spot. And to get a job, I have one you wish you had. And it's enough to get your dad to dance on my shit on a regular basis. So because of that, I am taking the win here, and thank you very much for holding the L. LMAO, not even close. Back it up. Oh, this guy's actually too young to hear these jokes. I feel bad for the things I've said here, but it is what it is. This guy's like probably roughly between the ages of too young and brain rot. So I think that it's unfortunate that he has to hear these things, but I think that he should make the smart decision to go to the Roblox stream where he belongs. And if he does, chat. Yeah, I own you. Get the fuck out. You don't make minimum wage. On God, you don't. No, I don't make minimum wage. That is right. I don't. You got me, dude. Bro, chat, he got me so good, dude. Darn. Fuck, dude. My bad. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Damn, Twitch. What will I ever do? My life is over. I have actually been put into the grave. You won't back anything up. Oh, little guy, dude. You gotta calm down, dude. That's not good. All those Honey Nut Cheerios hit him like a fucking freight train, dude. It hit him with the whole 10 out of 10 on the fucking meter for all that sugar rush. He's gonna crash heavy. Mom's gonna have to pick him up and bring him back into like a decent bit where she just kind of cradles him and just kind of sings a little lullaby. He's gonna get put to bed. He's gonna be dreaming about the brain rot simulator or something like that, and he's gonna wake up tomorrow morning. He's gonna realize, holy shit, I'm a fucking loser. And eventually, later down the line, he'll feel better. Them Fruit Loops got him going, dude, for real. That's what I'm saying. My God. Russ said, show me a band, show me a band. The fact that he needs me to show him just kind of proves my point even more so. Bro doesn't know what the hell $1 looks like, let alone 1,000, let alone 10, let alone fucking $2.84 Canadian, dude. That's unfortunate. Brother thinks that people still hold cash in their hands. What the fuck are you living in, buddy? You're supposed to be the brain rot kid. You know that fucking everything's a plastic card now. What do you mean? French cries. Show me a band, bro. All right, little guy. All right, little guy. Go back to your corner. Go back to your corner. Let the adults have their good times here. This is what he sounds like, by the way. One sec. Let me make sure this is all fucking muted here. I don't want to open up the wrong thing and have it play twice. Let's see.
Hello guys, welcome back to another banger video. Today we're going to be
dude. Okay. I was exactly right. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, he's just a kid trying to play some video games, but do not act tough. Do not act tough, buddy.
Simulator update 9. I'm going to be showing you guys how
Listen. Keep doing your thing, but do not try to fight adult individuals and say band for band. Brother, you don't even know what fucking chore for chore even is yet, dude. You gotta take your time and recalibrate like everything that you're doing. There's nothing wrong with being just a kid who's hanging out and doing his thing and having fun on Roblox or whatever you might be doing, but do not, and I repeat, do not make a fool of yourself this early on because it will scar you for the rest of your life, and you're doing it right now. It's not good. It's not worth it. Do better. All right? That's tough, dude. You play games 24/7? That, you can actually fact check yourself. That's not true. But, okay, once you get further in life, you realize that you do need to, and this is a good life lesson, you do need to do your homework before you make claims that these are true things, because they're not true things, but you can go ahead, right? You can go ahead and just figure it out by looking at my VODs, looking at my time online, looking at these things, but you won't because you don't know how yet. Because again, you're too goddamn young. You shouldn't be hearing the things I'm saying. Every single time I say anything, I got to be doing this so he doesn't hear it. Otherwise, I'm going to ruin his brain, which is already cooked. It's already fried. Chat, there's no winning this. There's no winning this. This is a lose-lose situation that I'm in right now. This is the problem with streaming on multiple sites at the same time. You get the YouTube brain rot. Not just the chill ones, you get the brain rot ones too. This is what happens. It is what it is. He finna go chicken nugget for chicken nugget. Dude, listen. When I was a kid, dude, someone tried to yap at me. I would still not say the things he's saying. And I was a little piece of shit, man. I was an absolute fucking loser back then. In a different way than I'm a loser now. Worse. My God, I would just talk mad shit. But listen, I would at least talk shit. Not do whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, you can definitely tell a lot about how people are for sure. My God. Crazy stuff, dude. Oh, listen, chat, I'm not in the business of making fun of children. But when you come in here and you say these things, I gotta say something back. I will say that is exactly what I expected him to sound like. That is precisely how I expected it to be. Oh my God. And I was right about the game too. I was right about everything from the fucking get-go. That's ethical. Ethical bullying, dude. It is what it is. Ethical bullying. Brother, you got to learn English class is important. All right. Stay tuned for what your teacher tells you. You got to learn it. You got to keep that information. You got to put it up in here and you got to use it because you're sitting with like all sorts of abbreviations and short variations of things that you can't even type out because you don't know the proper English. And that's not good because I can hear you are an English speaking individual. GPA. This kid thinks that he has a GPA of anything. You're in elementary school. Bro, you don't even know what the hell fucking Breaking Bad's whole main plot is yet because you just think that to you it's Jolly Ranchers. That's what they're called. To him, it's those. He's just like, oh shit, dude. He's eating Jolly Ranchers, brother. Dude, he's making a lot of money. Oh my God. That's enough to buy 10 tickets at the carnival. Whoa. 4.0 with ChatGPT. Oh, shit. I have a nice late. Dude, you take care, brother. Thanks for chilling, Donnie. Much love to you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Should be smart enough to search for a video. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's nuts. Oh my God. Dude, he's so upset right now. And again, I'm not going to make fun of him further. I'm not going to make fun of him further because I do know that punching down is unethical. However, I feel bad for everyone in here who had to hear that brief moment of a clip. I'm sorry. We won't make the mistake again. Blame Wosa. All right? We would never have had to hear that shit if it wasn't for him. So it's on him, dude. It's on him, dude. It is what it is. Oh my God. That's fucking nuts. Oh shit. Dude, I love streaming, man. It comes with a lot of good and a lot of just absolute ridiculous stuff. But it outweighs. The amount of funny things like this that happen outweigh all the stupid shit. It's definitely a worthwhile situation. It's so goddamn good. But you know what's not good, chat? This crop fever has dropped 3. Oh, now 4. And it's almost done. 5. Holy shit. And a Helianthus. Oh my God. That's absolutely massive. That shit is absolutely beautiful. We will take it. And I am going cross-eyed because I am incredibly bored of breaking these crops. But we got to keep going. We got to keep giving Pipsqueak some content to watch while he's thinking of his next Roblox banger of a video. We must, for the sake of this Pipsqueak individual, keep the content flowing because he is absolutely living for it. Wow. That's fucking disgusting, dude. Ew. My God. Okay, what do we got? What do we have? How long is it going to be? Please tell me it's not going to be any more than like an hour and a half. Because I'll see myself AFK if I'm doing stuff. That's what I'll do. You son of a bitch, dude. You son of a bitch. Oh, it's exactly an hour and a half. With a couple seconds added on, dude. Of course it is. Of course it is. Yikes. R.I.P., brother. Gentle, you feeling any sort of variety today or no? Wild. I'd be down. What are we thinking? I'm trying to think of what's good. Holy fuck, dude. Give me a second. I spend no time, essentially no time, farming wild rose, right? And we're just out here printing it in comparison to the time I spent over here maxing it and more. Much more. That's insane. The amount that you just lose so quickly because of the crop fever is nuts. Just grinding out the festering drops. Okay, gotcha. What do you? Okay, so there's obviously not right at this second, but there's Mimesis, there's Peak, there's Lethal, there's Repo, there's. That's all I can think of right now. Once we decide to do that later, Chad, what do you guys think? Any thoughts? Ba, 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 ba. Yo, locked in. Nice to see you, brother. That was Lethal, bro. I can't lie. It is not. I don't know. It's got such a weird feeling nowadays after playing things like, you know, that have come after the fact. But Lethal ran so, you know, you know what I mean? Like, we could walk, I guess you should say it. It's like Lethal was there so we could just copy and make it into something that's good. But Lethal was fucking wild to go back to. Because I played it like a year ago, right? Nothing since then. Or a year and a half ago. Nothing since then. And then I went back to it. And I swear to God, you could up the graphics. I swear that was a thing you could do. But then I looked at it and it was just baffled. Peak and Repo are what I'm most down for. But I'm down for anything. Got you. Okay, chat, what do you guys think? You're feeling more than anything of those two. More than the other, I should say. More than anything is if there's like multiple options. But like between those two, which one for you guys is the most entertaining? Because when we decide to do one, I would like to make sure that you guys are going to have the best time. Roblox entertained that kid, dude. Listen, he's going to have a great time. Hate watching from the corner, dude. He's going to have a great time no matter what it is. The dude is heavily invested in an interesting online personality of a man, aka myself's day-to-day situation. It was fucking nuts, dude. Holy. He was over there screaming, all high-pitched and yelling, dude. Dude's probably kicking his feet, so angry. He's not reading my stuff, dude. What's good? Oh, my God. Listen, when I was a kid, I was an absolute fucking loser, man. I obviously, I had a lot of fun, but I said some stupid shit, did some stupid shit. We all have our fucking time, right? No one's gonna, he's gonna grow up eventually and be a decent human one day, and he's gonna forget the shit that he's done, and then he's gonna remember slight little blips of it, and be like, holy shit, I was a fucking loser for a bit. And he'll eventually laugh about it. But right now, he's just living in a moment where he feels like he is a fucking absolute menace. To him, he's like a fucking Terminator, dude. You better believe it. That dude's cracked out on fucking Oreos and mint ice cream. Yeah, we all had our own moments. Unfortunate. One of my moments, I wasn't that young, obviously. I hit puberty unlike this kid when he said he was 17, but we know that it's not true. We could hear the voice that he had in the video that we instantly saw. I hit puberty when I was like 12 years old, right? Which comes with good and bad. My voice didn't sound like anyone else's, but it also had like it was deep, but it had like a weird sound because it wasn't supposed to be it. Naturally, it just sounds kind of odd. There's clips of me inside of a video where I don't know how old I was, but I know I was in my early teens, I think, or right? Something like that. Best way to get Ethereal vines? Well, okay, no, that's actually fine. They're just asking, and that's exactly what I'm always going to answer. But I only like ethically bullied the other guy because he cried instead of asking. I was like, what the fuck? This is how. So you get these guys right here. Yeah, the title. Yeah. So we have these guys right here, and then we have them opposite there, and then we have it connected over there too. So this and that can connect. This and that can connect. These two, those two, all the way through. So this is the best way that I've seen. This isn't the most ideal possible setup, but because I'm only getting like 2 at a time, if I'm lucky, I'm just putting them out this way. So if they don't grow there, they can grow there. And if I'm not online, they can grow there and there. You get what I'm saying? And then I'll eventually just put this out this way more and then have another section there too. So Gloomgord is the way. Don't worry about these two or those over there. Just look at this 6 right here. Hopefully that helps you, brother. I cringe at stuff I did when I was a kid all the time. Yeah, dude, 100%. We all do. It's a natural thing. Like, you're going to grow up, and you're going to not remember the stupid shit. But it's worse nowadays because everything is online and you're going to see it all played back to you. You know what I mean? That's the hard part because you're not just being dumb quietly in a Discord call with your buddies. You're being stupid in a chat that lives forever. You're going to be able to see this in 10 years from now, and it's going to haunt you. Because on Google, if you search your name, if you were on the screen for a second down here, right? If you were on the screen for a second down here, and you search your name down the line, or someone searches your name, they'll see that message pop up in an image on Google because it'll take that exact moment and be like, oh, we saw that somewhere. That generates a fucking, it'll pop up down there. It'll be a picture of, so you can't run away from it. Like, it's there forever now. It is completely and utterly terrifying. So the consequences are much larger, to say the least. It's much worse. Like, if the shit that I did and said was captured and put on the internet, I would have 100% had a lot of fucking chances to just get kicked out of what I do right now. Because the MW2 lobbies, for an example, dude. We would have been done a long time ago. My God, the shit that I said was foul. Jesus. Also, can I get these, brother? What's good? Yeah. That for one example, I would have been screwed, dude. No doubt in my goddamn mind. What is that? Oh, greenhouse, brother. Nice to see you, by the way. I jumped down a flight of stairs thinking I could fly and fell into a bookshelf. Yeah, that definitely would do it. that could do a lot of damage, that's for sure. Fuck, man. Oh my God. What an interesting time. Can we do this? Oh my God. I just want to make sure he doesn't make that mistake again. I'm just gonna do that so he's out of the he's out of the way. I had to stop. Once I realized he was actually a kid, I was like, I don't want to make fun of him too much because they actually are rather sensitive people. You don't build up the tough skin until you're later on down the line in life, so I don't want to just ruin it. What up, my favorite maple syrup streamer? Oh my God.
What favorite maple syrup streamer?
Are you like listening and waiting for the exact moment that Peak is mentioned? Is that when you like just wake up and you're like,
I must pop in.
he's like, this is the moment What? He's like a fucking demon fairy, bro. You mentioned the word peak, and he just fucking... What? What'd you say? What? I'm right here. Bro is out of nowhere with that. How you doing, dude? We're talking about playing peak or repo, and we're going with peak, I think. Yeah, just do it every day at the same time. I appreciate you popping in, brother. Nice to see you. And we got depth of the 3-stream streak. Hey. Gentle, are you good to do it now? Because I'm not going to be doing it like super late today, so I'd like to start now if you're down. Because I do have to do some Christmas shopping later. At least I think. If Stephanie's still waiting to do it today. I mean, I usually do it roughly at the same time for sure. But like you pop in, you're just like, hey, the second peak was said. I think that's fucking nuts. Oh my god. Hey, yo, we got another friggin' Duderson's. Wait, enchanted bread now. What? Ah. I can't even make one. What? Like the last one, but sure. How long do you think that would take you? Because I just need to quickly grab some of this if you're going to do that for a moment. But then we'll be good to just jump on in there right when you're ready. Die for me. I'm not going to do this efficiently. Keep that in mind, chat. I'm not doing this efficiently. Do not assume that I will be. I refuse to. I'm like halfway with the meter. Oh, you'll get it real soon. I'm calling it right now because the meter is 2x speed and your chance is doubled as well, by the way. This is fucking terrible, by the way. It's just the least efficient thing it's ever existed. Getting a lot of XP per minute. Got you. That'd be kind of sick because you just got a fucking rare finder like right there. You know what I mean? You know how awesome that would have been? Just right there, rare finder, boom, done. Also, was I even using the wheat hoe? I'm pretty certain I wasn't. You've been lying to me. Die for me, you die for me, you die for me. Just real quick. And then I think now if I do recipe enchanted bread. I can make 254. Can I just take that, go like this, and just give it to him right now? Oh, you have to have them all on you. 2048, you son of a gun. Have you got no Jerry while farming the new crop, or am I just super unlucky? I've gotten 3 of the unfulfilled Jerry seed. I've gotten 3 of those. Personally. Privacy. 1 hour, 18 minutes. Nice. Why is enchanted bread a golden chest plate, though? Oh, wait, no. So it looks a little different because I'm using Lucy 2.0, or Lucy 12, 1.12 point whatever, or 1.21, I mean. Yep. My brain, 1.21. So it's a piece of bread. It's like a loaf, big old, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting. No, I mean the Jerry boxes. Oh, yeah, you don't get any Jerry boxes from the new crops. You don't get any rare finders from the new crops. It's all terrible. They made it perfectly, for sure. Without fail. Very much so. Without a doubt. They 100% did us dirty if we're going to straight up just be honest here, and they'll get me if I know too much. I've gotten 0? What the fuck? Oh, you got... Wait. You got 0 Jerry seeds? You guys fucking... You got to just get better gaming chairs or something, dude. The reason I... Okay, I'll tell you right now. The reason I can succeed is because I take enough flack from these random little twerps over there in the Roblox community and YouTube chat every once in a while that I just deserve to get some drops, all right? That's all you got to do. We're just trying to sell some goddamn content here, dude. We're just trying to have a good time, all right? We're just trying to have a good time. So because of that, we get this. All right, we get a little bit of a kickback. What's up, Ben? You looking at the thing? Come this way, brother. This is how. I'm assuming this is what they're looking at. I was showing someone else in the who visited the garden recently this morning. This is what you need right here. Don't worry about this one or this one or these ones. Only look at these all in here. It's a decent way to do it. This isn't the absolute best, but this is the best early on, in my opinion. And I've barely looked anywhere. But I have gotten a little bit of confirmation from some people that this is what you want to do roughly. It's just, there's a lot of different ways to do it. You change the price on excuse me blurp. On the excuse me blurp, I didn't change anything myself at all. The only thing I change is if something new is added and it's like extremely fucking low. That's only when new things are added though. I haven't changed the price of a base blurp in like a year, I don't think. I think the only reason I did is because you actually on the video one I did because it was 18 bits for some reason, but the Shikanokos, I did fight you on that one for a while. Okay, so it's like 540 now for the excuse me, but wait, which one is that? Like what's the context of it? Yeah, Shikanoko's understandable. Yeah, I don't. The Ho one is 540. I never changed that one at all. Maybe it got categorized. Because there is tiers of categorization where it can go and change the price of it, but I think because it was brand new, it didn't have the categorization and it automatically put it into that because of a certain amount of like swearing or profanity or whatever, or like certain things, it would automatically moderate it and set it to a higher number. That could be why. Yeah, they got a whole process now. So like a video one, I can set it to like a certain amount if it's a certain type of video. But if it's a certain type of video lengthwise or rating wise or whatever, then it's even more. It's interesting. Yeah, who I am. But I was looking to go over to this. So I'm going to get this ready. Wait, hold up. Gentle, are we going to do it with no mods?
But here we are, two worlds collide.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That was a good time, chat. I enjoyed my time there. That was good. That was nice. That was exquisite. I might even add. If you want CC, we got to use it. Oh, I just say, yeah, so we're not using any of the other stuff. We're just going to use CC. So we'll probably just go ahead and... wait, let me do this real quick. I'm going to go get mine situated. Let me do this. Close that. Okay, now I'm going to open up. We already have CC open. Deus received his points. Didn't use them, but he received them. See, they're stacking, chat. They're stacking. I have to stop this one, though. Because I can't start another one if I don't do that. Let me go... Forget who I am. Eat all the yams. Oh, yeah, shit. Do we have to use that fucking Thunderfuck thing? Thunderstore? Peak to bottom and confuse my tiny brain. Yeah, peak to bottom's not a challenge, dude. It really is not at all. Not even remotely. Until one single banana slip's used. Then we're fucked. But, like, that's just, you know, is what it is. Okay, Peekapalooza, Fog Remover, Foggy Business, that's all off. Just crowd control. Peak is pretty good. Yes, the Thunderfuck. Thunderfuck. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back, brother. I must pee. No piss bottle. No, sorry. Unfortunately, so I forgot the piss bottle strat. For a while, I didn't realize. Accidentally sipped out of that instead, and that has scarred me forever. Okay, now, I will say, I do need to go solely over to, not on YouTube, just on Twitch and Kick. If you guys want to go over there, I'm going to put the link in here. X-Rays Point, Twitch. My God, I got shit in the way. Please go ahead on over to Twitch if you guys want to keep on watching. I love you guys so much for being here and hanging out. I do appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you guys so much. I will be over here for the remainder of the stream. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If you don't want to go back over there, entirely understandable. If it doesn't pop up there, I'll put it in here just manually. One sec. I'll put it in both chats because I'm typing in other things. So it'll pop up in one, then the other. But there we go. Okay. Appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to end this one now. Thank you for watching. You guys are cool. All right. Twitch and Kick side now. Let's get it.